Hey y'all, it's Lisa Blonay and welcome back to Blonay Got Tea. You already know I bring you the messy from these social media streets, while my POV brings the tea and the smoke. Thanks for tapping into your daily dose of new media news. Real, not fake, because all we want is the truth. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and of course, join the society. Let's get into it.
Guys, what is up? What is up? It is your girl Lisa Blonay, and I am back with another live video, y'all. Thank you so much for tapping into Blonay Got Tea. What's good, Blonay Society? I am so glad you guys have tapped in. I am here with another banger. We are here to challenge. Okay, we are here to find the truth and challenge the lies, you guys. And you know what? I figured something the fuck out. And this has been bothering me. And I know y'all like, oh, this is old news, this is old news. But you ain't heard what I have to say yet. You ain't heard my angle on this, okay? And I'm about to give it to y'all raw, okay? I'm about to give it to y'all like the old dirty bastard. Rest in peace. Let's get into this, y'all. And I know. Y'all are probably like, we know that he's the baby father. We already know this, girl. You about to say. But look, this has been perplexing me for the longest. Okay. And what do I mean by that? This is what I mean. Okay. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why Blueface failed to protect Junior. And I keep going over and over in this in my mind because I'm like, all right, Blueface, free Blueface till it's backwards. I'm throwing up the peace sign, and you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it, but every time I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute, why am I giving this nigga accolades? He was right by her side, like literally, when she was doing all of this, while she was pregnant and Junior was in her belly. Okay, he was right there. And I just couldn't for the life of me figure it out. Like, why would he allow and sit up and watch the mother of his child literally destroy his child? Okay. And not do anything about it. And then I would tell you guys, and I would say out loud, well, he couldn't control her. She was hard to control. As a matter of fact, he was scared of her, I believe, a little scared. And his brother Dre, and listening to about 5 of his videos, really, really brought this to the surface. Okay. Because the things that he was saying made total sense, even though he's a little, okay. It made total sense. And I'm like, okay, so what Dre was saying, I'm like, okay, I'm putting it together. And I'm like, this nigga knew that this wasn't his child. He knew that this wasn't his child. And I believe that shaped his behavior. I really do. I believe that this shaped his behavior. And then I listened to a few of Ronnie's videos, okay, like we often do, but there were certain things that Ronnie would say that would make me come to this conclusion. Now we're going to get into this, but while this is on my mind, I want to give you where I derived this narrative from, okay, and came up with my POV, my perspective, okay. It's not truth, but when Ronnie said this one thing, okay, he said in one of his videos that he is not the type of man that would be like, oh, well, this is not my baby. I don't give a fuck. If you guys recall that, and you guys can look it up. I don't have it. I have so many clips. I don't got that motherfucking one. But just trust me, we just listened to it the other day. And when he said that, it kind of echoed with me. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. It's a chopper. Okay. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. He is repeating what he heard Blueface say. And what am I saying? I'm saying that Blueface and Ronnie were talking behind the scenes. Okay? They were talking behind the scenes. And what were they doing? They were comparing notes. All right? Now, I watched the clip from Crazy in Love. And the reason why I didn't catch it in the first place is because I never watched Crazy in Love. I know that sounds crazy, But better late than never. Never late is better. And I kind of dance and move to the beat of my own drum. I don't care if I'm not up on it. I don't care if I'm not, on the latest. I'll get to it when I get to it. I have to really feel something in order to like really want to do it. That's just the way I'm wired, you guys. But nonetheless, I've never watched season 1 or 2 of Crazy in Love. Now I have seen clips, and I can truly and honestly say that I did see about 2 episodes, and one of them was when the big family fight and everybody was out there, and another one was when Krishan was getting the pregnancy test and finding out how far along she was. But I only saw partial. I never watched a whole entire show. I never watched a whole entire episode. And so going back through this to me, so let me bring you up to speed of where I'm at, okay? Because I know y'all are probably like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Oh yeah, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. All right, so let me go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Now, and I'm definitely going to get to the chat, but Blueface's cold truth about Junior. And this is why Blueface was in Miami with Jaden during the birth of Junior and not at the birth of Junior. Think about it, y'all. Think about how Blueface is with his children. Think about how present he is. Now, we have to really get Jaden up here because she's the only one who really know the truth, okay? It could be our show. Maybe he was a deadbeat dad. I don't know, because I don't want y'all to come throw that back in my face when Jaden finally tapped the microphone. Is this thing on? He was a terrible father. He was never there. It was all for show. So I don't know. We would definitely have to get Jaden up here, but just work with me here, okay? We're going to work with what we got as spectators and, law-abiding citizens, the general public, whatever you want to call us. That's what we are, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, before y'all start dragging me, hear me out, okay? Some people say that Blueface was wrong for not showing up when Krishan gave birth to Junior. And on paper, yeah, it sounds heartless, cold, borderline even, right? Borderline evil. But let's keep it real for a second. That wasn't his child. And his actions, not his words, okay? Not so much his words, because he does go back and forth and he acts like Junior is his child. Acts with quotation marks, okay? And that's strictly for clout. That's strictly for the connection of what that brings. To be attached to a character such as Krishan is always going to bring you clout, algorithm, likes, views, bag, okay? That wasn't his child. And no, I'm not saying that excuses him. I'm saying it's because it explains why his entire attitude towards Junior was so detached. He was so nonchalant. Now, what nigga you know in the hood act like that? What nigga you know in the hood play like that? Mind you, this nigga's a whole gangbanger. He's truly from the hood. I'm not even saying that. Okay? And like I said, I'm not excusing it, but this is why he had such a nonchalant attitude towards Junior. This is why he sat up and watched her drink like a guppy and a goldfish and a lush. All right? And this is the reason why we were calling him a sawed-off bastard. At least I was. But I had to take a step back and look at his actions and not so much his words. Okay? And see, Blueface didn't just wake up one morning and decide, I don't care. That mindset was brewing the minute he found out there were multiple possible fathers in the mix. And even before then, okay? Even before then, let me show you the clip that sparked my mind. I know, only Tupac can spark my mind, okay? But this sparked my mind, okay? Rest in peace, Tupac. Hold on, Tupac. Hold on. Let me get to this, you guys, and then we'll get back into this, all right? And yeah, you heard that right. Apparently 10. 10 potential fathers, okay? Which means, you guys, that basically means that Blueface found out that she had about as many holes in her belt than he did, okay? She had about as many notches on her headboard than he did. And he didn't think that, okay? He never could have imagined that in his life. I mean, 7 tattoos. She was acting like she couldn't breathe without the. She was putting on a good show. I'm here to tell you. And when Dre gives her the accolades and the props for being a master manipulator, I kind of got to ride with him. But let's get to the clip that started this whole avalanche in my little bitty brain, okay? And if I got to go down the rabbit hole, then damn it, I'm going to take a few of you with me. Are y'all ready? Okay, let me go ahead and pull up this clip. I know y'all like, you are a dramatic girl. I know I missed my calling, okay? When soap operas was out, everybody told me I should have been a soap opera star. I'm very, very dramatic, okay? But y'all, just work with me. It's going to be fun, all right? Kind of, because we're talking about Junior. So not so much fun, but I'm here to inform, engage, and entertain. Let's go.
There is video proof that Blueface knew that Junior was not his when the doctor announced that Krishan was pregnant. Watch this.
Congratulations. It's May. It's that month of the year. So she got pregnant in January. Me and Jay was right there. You lied to me. You helped her lie about it. I'm trying to. Lie to you about what? What was I about? What's the lie? She went to Baltimore. You said she wasn't in Baltimore. Yeah, that's because that was y'all. I'm trying to add up the days. But she ain't do nothing when she was in Baltimore. She still didn't know. You had her at that high school with that other boy, and y'all was at the dinner table. That was business. The fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Stop lying. All right, stop talking. Stop. Well, yeah, why you talking? All right, stop lying. Listen to one liar. I can't listen to two.
When the doctor announced that she was 5 months pregnant, he already knew that's not his child. And the fact that Marsh was explaining instead of Krishan is a fucking red flag, because why is your friend explaining your pregnancy to your baby father? I also have a clip of Krishan asking the doctor, is it too late to basically get the baby after 5 months? Watch this again.
Pregnant. It's like 5 months, 20 weeks, and 2 days. 5 months? And is it too late? It is too late. I'm not talking to you. I can't do anything. I can send you somewhere. If that's what you want to do. We can talk about it. No, that was good. Jesse, come back.
Like, the minute the doctor announced she was 5 months pregnant, she already knew it wasn't Blueface's, and that's why she wanted to get rid of it. And the fact that right after the doctor says that, you're 5 months and 2 days, Blueface starts to go calculations and realizes, like, damn, she was lying to me about where she was. Marsha's covering for her. Something is not right. The fact that you're 5 months pregnant already, da-da-da, this and that. So basically, bro knew that's not his fucking child. And she knew that too. That's why she did not want it, because it's not Blueface's baby. It's Ronnie's. Y'all, I am livid. And y'all cannot sit here and be like, these are AI videos, baby. Those are real. Those are real. There is video proof. Those are real. Those are real.
So you guys heard what was in this clip, all right? And this truth cannot be denied. Now, the last time that Krishan even checked anything, she never got any prenatal care. Remember that. She admitted this. All right? She took the pregnancy test in January. This is what she tells the nurse, okay? And we're going to go more in depth into that clip that you guys just saw. We're going to see it in its entirety. All right? And here it is 5 months later. I guess it's May now, because dumb Marsh, girl, I never even seen this clip before, like this, just really just looking at it. And it's really, really weird that you are speaking up for Krishan like that. And then on top of the fact that he asked you, not in this clip, but he's going to ask her, were you even there? She wasn't even in Baltimore with Krishan at the time that he's talking about. She was like, no. He was like, well, how do you know? Bitch, how do you know? And even if you were there, how do you know? You listen to everything Krishan tell you. She could have sent you to on a blunt run to 7-Eleven, girl, and been doing whatever. Okay? Been doing whatever. You don't know. You don't know where that girl Coochie been. I know. She wasn't doing anything. Just speaking up for her. That was so weird to me. I didn't know you was that much of a yes man, Marsh. Okay? I mean, let go of her. Get off her nutsack. Like, honestly, that's not a best friend. That's a flying monkey. That is a perfect example of a flying monkey. All right. And that is a narcissist term. And we'll get into that later. But see what I'm talking about, right? You guys see what I'm talking about? He knew from the get-go, before the 10 men, before she had Junior, okay? When they were in there talking right at this moment, he knew that he wasn't the father. Now, the kicker is that Krishan knew too. And when I show you this next clip, I want you to look at her face. Look at the body language of everybody. The mama, not really pretty much the sisters, but the mama. They're going to show the mom a lot because she's sitting right next to Blueface. Look at Blueface and watch Krishan's body language, her facial expressions, and it tells it all. So not only did Blueface know right then and there that baby wasn't his, well, he said 80-20 because he wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt because he was laying and squirting up in her, right? He was shooting up the club. So it's just obvious that he would say it could be mine. All right. But the fact that Krishan knew at that moment too, and this is what prompted her to want to get rid of Junior. All right. Even after the fact, remember when she was drinking and all that, she wanted to get rid of Junior. How selfish is that? How selfish is that? And now we are seeing the fruits of her labor. All right. And I mean her intent, and I mean literally the fruits of her labor. Okay. And Blueface has denied this baby the paternity from the get-go. Okay. He denied it from the get-go. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and get into the clip, and then I'll get into the chat and we can start to talk about it. But I got to lay it out for you to let you know where I'm coming from, and then you guys won't be so lost. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the first clip from Crazy in Love in its entirety. All right. Which one goes first? I had to split it up, you guys. I have two clips, but it's the same episode. It's the same scene. All right. So let me see. Hold on. Okay. We're going to look at the first clip first, you guys. Go ahead and get into this. And I will be back with my commentary, and I'll jump straight into the chat. Please pay attention, y'all, because I want you to pick up what I'm putting down. Fuck what if you smell what the Rock is cooking, okay?
Chrissy and Mom.
Okay, and so you don't really know. We need to check how far along you are. Okay.
How will we find out how long she's been pregnant?
I'm going to take a look, see if there's a baby, measure the baby, and that'll give me an estimate of how long she's been pregnant. Okay, so let me try abdominally first. All right. mouth is pain. It's not in a good position to get on 3D, but this is the face. That's the lower lip, upper lip, nose, and eyes there. You are 20 weeks pregnant. It's like 5 months, 20 weeks, and 2 days.
5 months?
Yeah.
Was it too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
Mom, I'm not talking to you.
I can't do anything. I can send you somewhere if that's what you want to do. We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
No, that was it, I guess.
Come back.
He trying to do his calculations.
It's May. That's the 5th month of the year. So she got pregnant in January. Me and Jay was right there
lied to
downstairs.
me and you helped her lie about it. I'm trying to.
Lie to you about what? What we lie about? What's the
She
lie?
went to Baltimore and you said she wasn't in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's because that was
So
y'all.
I'm trying to add up the
beefing.
days.
But she ain't do nothing when she was in Baltimore.
You was there?
No, but she would
Man,
tell me.
come on.
You know she ain't out.
And usually you conceive about 2 weeks later, which is like just after Christmas.
All I have to go off of is your body language and my intuition. And instinct. That's why I just go off the odds. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it's not mine. I'm just saying, are you ending it or not? I mean, it's ultimately up to you.
This is something you want to continue with, or if you're undecided, we do need to get a bunch of
Blood
tests
work?
done.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we do that?
Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing?
You're gonna get your blood work. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Neighbor just said I swear to God. That's when I left. But when I ain't used to it. I was pregnant before I left.
It's actually
Crazy. And this is mid-December.
Okay, so all right, so you guys peeped that, right? You peeped out everything that happened. Now she found out when she got pregnant, right? It was the last 2 weeks, of this of December, the end of December, or the first 2 weeks of January. Now, Blueface was over there doing the math, doing it, and it already clicked in Krishan's head because she already knew that she had been effing with Ronnie. Okay? They both knew at that time. Did you see the look on her face? Did you see the look on her face? Even Blueface said, my intuition, my instinct, and your body language. A man knows, okay? Especially somebody that you're close with, you're intimate with. When they start acting funny style, you can feel it. You can feel it.
it's the end of January. I mean, it's the end of y'all had sex, like conceive. End of December, early January.
Yeah,
And then the
I
baby.
wasn't having sex with nobody else. So is that your issue? Yeah.
But you were having sex with someone else. And look at Marsh. Girl, you made it worse. Girl, we blame you. Because you all up in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. You weren't even there. And even if you were there, girl, why are you being the mouthpiece for her? You the one fucked it up. Because you clarified it. So that means it was the end of December and in the beginning of January, bitch. And that's what, and you don't even know when they was together. You're the one solidified it. You're the one pointing it out because Krishan was all over the place. Yeah. Girl, you broke down. You had the end of December, beginning of January. Yeah, it's only that time frame. And you zeroed it in and really solidified it that that's not his baby. And you didn't even know, girl. Well, we were just hanging out. He said, weren't you in high school? Ain't you a hussy too? Ain't you gonna lie for your friend? We don't believe you, girl. Sit down. Be humble. All right? So if he knew then, and Krishan also knew then, they both knew. And whether that's, exaggerated or not, with the 10, possibilities of the fathers, it doesn't even matter. The damage was done. Now, we also have to think about and put this into consideration because we are talking about a man. His ego was shattered. His pride was in pieces. And his emotions, he weaponized them. Okay? He weaponized Jaden. He weaponized his other children. He weaponized Junior because they have this strange thing where they go back and forth. And it happens a lot in toxic relationships. When I was in toxic relationship, it happened too. So we're not immune to it. But that back and forth, that tit for tat, like you do this, well, I'm gonna top you, and I'm gonna do this, or he was doing all of this to get under Krishan's skin to make her mad, okay, and to humiliate her. Because when a man like Blueface feels played, embarrassed, and out of control, he doesn't go quietly. He performs. He posts. He turns heartbreak into headlines. And we all say he's the master of what? Timelines. Virality. He knows how to work the internet. They both do. All right? And that's exactly why I think he was in Miami when Junior was born on purpose. Remember, he was all out with Jaden, partying, making sure he was on live. Right? And that's why he was there. Not by accident. Not because of business, but because he had already told Krishan. And this is the thing about it, y'all. He already told her straight up, that's not my child. I'm not going to be there. And she knew. She knew exactly what time it was. That's why she didn't look surprised when he didn't show up. She looked hurt, but not shocked. Okay? She looked hurt, but not shocked. And I'm thinking, why in the hell would you leave LA, your base? Your base was Los Angeles, okay? You have 7 freaking tattoos of this man, for God's sakes. Your base was definitely Los Angeles. Why in the hell did you go all the way to Baltimore to have a baby? Blueface is not at the birth, but guess who is? Ronnie is at the birth. Why would she go all the way to Baltimore? Why would she not have her baby in Los Angeles? This was all a get back. All right, so you ain't gonna be there? All right, well, I'm gonna go have my baby in Baltimore with the real baby daddy. Right? It makes sense. I want you guys to look at this because I want you guys to remember that Blueface was in Miami in and around on the day and in around the time that Junior was born. I mean, I think he was there for 3-4 days. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys so you guys can see as well. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. And let me pull this up and I'm going to come to the chat because I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about this, okay? All right, hold on, y'all. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up them in Miami. We're gonna go on over to TikTok. And you know what was really bothering me? Because I'm like, okay, we're coming down so hard on Krishan, and I'm like, wait the fuck a minute. In all these clips, you're right there. You're right there. What would make a man be okay with that? The only thing I can come up with is that it's not his seed. There's no way on God's green earth that a man would stand by. Now, I know it sounds cruel. I get it. I'm not the father. I don't give a fuck. Which counteracts what Ronnie said. I'm not the kind of person, I'm not the kind of man that would be like, that ain't my seed, so I don't give a F. You want to know why he said that? Because he was repeating what Blueface said. Why? Because they were talking behind the scenes and comparing notes. And this is how Blueface also knew that she stole his car to go take it to Ronnie. Now you think he just believed Ronnie just off the top of the dome, just on GP? No. Ronnie had to show him receipts. And for him to be believed, Ronnie had receipts. You want to know why? Because it happened, because it was true. You wasn't taking that car to your mama. You was taking that car to the nigga that you never stopped effing with. You never stopped effing. And you set up Blue. You plan to set Blueface up from the get-go. All right? That rumor is true. We've heard it before. The sister said it. Chastity, oh, let Chastity tell it. Chastity gonna tell on you and tell us about you. She gonna tell on you and under you. All right? She reiterated. She stamped that shit. Okay? She co-signed it. And Dre, he was there. Dre, he was there. He even said that you tried to set up Blueface. You initially were there to set up Blueface. And we're going to listen to that too. Okay? But let me go ahead and hold on. I'm going to pull up them in Miami, y'all. Let me see. Let me pull this up for you guys. And I was going to play another clip, but let's go ahead and go into this. I'm really just rocking with how it's coming out. And I think that's best. And let me see. Now, who gonna be in Miami partying when they seed is being born? Nobody. Not nobody. Not nobody. Even if they had an attitude with a limp dick, that nigga would have been there. Okay, just like what? Where do you want me in the corner? What do you want me to do? Stand? You want me to stand facing the wall? He would have been there. Okay, hook, line, and sinker, hook or crook. He would have been there. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me see. And I checked the dates on there. This is September 3rd, okay? Because they were a lot of places in different times, October, June of 2023. This, my friend, is I think September 3rd. Yeah. And they were there September 3rd, September 4th, I think September 2nd, a few days, okay, if not more. Let's go ahead and get into this clip. Now the sound is not available on this video, and thank God, because they're probably dancing to music. But let me take down what's up, Unique. Hi, Blonay in chat. Please hit the like button. Hit on the like, share, and subscribe. And she's giving us love with the kisses, the lips, and the green hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you finally caught alive. I am so glad you're here, girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. Okay. Okay, you guys, hold on. Because I'm gonna remove this right here. Hold on, so you guys can see the date on here. Because we like receipts. Now, if you guys look down here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It says 9/3 of 2023. This is actually the day. Look at the energy of this man. Does it look like he's missing the birth of his actual seed? Or is he sticking it to Krishan? Ha ha, nanny, nanny, nanny. Look, Ryan, man, I'm with my baby mommy in Miami. Fuck you, bitch. He is not even thinking about Jaden right now. Girl, Jaden, he ain't thinking about you. This is a straight diss. This is a straight shot. This is a straight message to Krishan, just like they do today. They still do the same shit today. Now, no shade on Angela, but he's going to use you too. If he is still on that, and we don't know, but if he's still on that type of time, girl, Angela, he gonna use you like a motherfucker. Even indirectly, just on GP, okay? Because he knows Krishan is watching, she's on it, and she's always willing to crawl back to him. Always. All he has to do is give the word. Believe me, it's not Krishan that's in control. Like, well, maybe I'll see him, maybe I won't. No, bitch, you're waiting on the word. If that nigga called you to tomorrow day, today, you would go. And you wouldn't think two ways about it, girl. You'd feel no ways. We'd be calling you Omarion too. You would come up with an excuse, wouldn't give a damn how you look. So knock it off. All right. But this is them on the birth when she is giving birth live on Instagram. And he's trying to show her, hey, I'm not watching you on Instagram. I'm on Instagram myself. Y'all feel it? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? All right. So I'm going to show you a few more clips, and then we're going to get into the chat, and we're going to discuss some things. Hold on, y'all. The other clips probably do have sound, but we're looking at the receipts, okay? Blueface in Miami with Jaden, 9/3 of 2023. Isn't that his birthday? If I'm not mistaken, isn't that Junior's birthday? I mean, Krishan doesn't even know, so I'm not ashamed if I get it wrong. You feel me? She didn't even fucking know. All right, now, this is Blueface in Miami. This is when Blueface flies Jaden out of Miami because he missed her. Or did he? Right? Now, I'm not saying he don't love his baby mom, whatever, but the intent behind this, we all know, was to take jabs at Krishan, okay? And who could blame him? Who could blame him? This man just found out that the woman he was effing with, I'm not saying he was crazy in love with her. Well, maybe crazy in love, but not deeply in love with her. All right? Because he still was doing his thing on the out, like you can't be just totally in love with someone like that. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't like his baby mama, but y'all get what I'm saying, okay? Look at the next clip.
Yeah. You out here in Miami?
Oh, you're in Miami. Let's go to the mall.
What's the budget?
I want to go to the mall.
How much you got right there? How much you took out the account, okay?
I didn't count it. It's 8 plus 7. I don't know.
Oh, quick. They can't go dollar for dollar, my bitch. Quick. Ain't got nothing to do with that. That's what she came with. Yeah. You out here in Miami?
Oh, you're in Miami. Let's go to the mall.
What's the budget?
Girl, just using poor little Jaden. Girl, you don't see the forest for the trees, do you? I wouldn't either, holding all that money. he makes sure, and y'all know Miami, huh? Oh yeah. How much you take out the account? Because you want to know why? That was Krishan's money, or at least some of it. And this is why he is allowing Jaden to hold all that money and said how much you took out the account. These are straight jabs to Krishan. Okay? This is why he's doing this. And Dre, his brother, who was there, verified. He said that Blueface took $300K from Krishan. Now, I don't know if it's the exact amount, but we already know that Blueface was taking Krishan's money. Okay? And this is why he's doing this, y'all. I just wanted to show you a couple of clips to kind of bring it home for you guys so that I could give you guys a visual. And yeah, you see that says 9-3, 9-3-23. Okay? There's others, but you pretty much get what I'm saying. This is on 9-7. This is a 9-3. Okay, we saw this one on 9-3. This is 9-7, where Jaden is right here too. We'll look at one more. Okay? And let me see. Now, this is her, hold on, having the baby. 9-3. Check it out. I think this has sound.
Yeah, see, I'm coming, sis. You really got your baby in this rock. What up, bro? What up, bro?
Okay, y'all see cloud chasing has no shame. Footage shows Blueface out partying in Miami with Jaden. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? This was all a plot and a plan. Okay? And he wanted to show that he was unbothered, out partying with his baby mama and not on live, not watching you, girl. Don't got time. While you having that baby, he didn't see none of it. He already knew it was going to be clip farmed. Like, you know, it's not like he missed anything. And she knew that this wasn't his baby. And he knew. And the mama knew. The mama knew that this was not his baby. And I also think that there was something about her getting an AB, like getting rid of the child, that was going to put her life at risk. Because remember, she said she had 3, 4, 5 of them already. And I think there was something that was going to risk her life or put her in danger if she did follow through. Okay? Some people are saying, and I get it, the narrative is that the mother, Charlotte, was trying to tell Blueface that that wasn't his child, but I'm not so sure of that. Even though that could be true, I also believe that there was a risk to Krishan's life if she were to have another AB. Okay? Because if you pay attention to the clip, it kind of gives you that narrative. And I'm going to play that clip for you guys because remember I told you there was 2 parts to that clip, all right? So I'm going to show you the second part of that clip and you guys let me know what you think. Now, before I show you, let me go to the comments because I know you guys have a lot to say and I love to hear it, okay? Lady Virgo, welcome, welcome. You said Krishan had Ronnie at the birth center with her. She didn't tell Blueface when she left for Boston. Now, remember, we found out that that was actually not a birthing center, but it was like a hospital. Remember? And coincidentally, it is literally right next door to Shepherd's Pratt. Okay, the mental facility that allegedly Krishan spent some time in. As a teenager, she spent a year there, allegedly, and then as a child, she allegedly burned the toes of one of her sister's children and was sent there as a child as well. So she had a couple of stints there. And you know, people go back to their stomping grounds. And I feel like she was comfortable there for a reason. All right. And remember, it was something GBMH or something, but it was a hospital, y'all. Okay. Now, I'm not too sure. I've never been to Baltimore. I'm not a hospital specialist, but we did break that down because somebody else broke it down. Okay. Somebody else broke it down and we just kind of went over it and brought it to the surface. But it seems to be true because we could see the sign, the logo that was in the back when, when Krishan got up and we saw the feeding and all of the scheduling. It did say the initials right there on that blackboard. So I don't know for what it's worth. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. You said you got it. What is up, Miss India? Welcome, welcome. And why he started talking to her like trash? Exactly. His whole demeanor changed, y'all. His whole demeanor changed. Now, I don't know if he was really in love with her or pussy whoop, because being the power of the pussy power can do a lot, y'all. It is taking down some of the strongest and best men, okay? Some of the greatest men have met their demise over some coochie, all right? And make sure you check out my store, okay? Because I got some pussy power candles and a little bit of other things. I understand the power of the pussy, okay? So make sure you guys check that out. But anyways, you guys, let me see what you guys are saying. Happy Halloween. You too, Jazz baby. You guys, happy Halloween. Most definitely. Let me see. Hold on. What time is it? Oh, 10:29. Okay. It's still Halloween around here. Let me know what you guys are doing, what you guys are tapped into tonight. You said, Ladybug, I understand what you're saying. Krishan's the problem. That's a fact. Let's not play slow. Blue knew she was a problem. Whack 100 told him about Krishan trying to set him up. He wrong too. Exactly. Whack 100 and Dre, okay, both told him, because he was like, and Bravo, because Blueface said, in a weird, like kind of weird way, ain't she like, popping, like, you don't think it's worth it, like, just in a weird kind of way. And they were like, no, bro, no. And they knew, and Blueface knew that she was going to set him up, that she planned on setting him up. And that's where Blueface met his demise, okay? And you almost did, okay? We almost lost you. But, and the fact that she beat up your mama and your sister, boy, stop acting like a crackhead, okay? Don't come out acting like no crackhead now, okay? Don't come out acting like no crackhead. What's up, Nate T. Brooks? You said Blue no when the doctor told them her conception date. Exactly. Because I bet you there was a period of time when they weren't doing it. Like, he probably was in his mind like, oh, that whole week I was, at Shabazz's house. That whole week I was fucking Bonnie Lachey. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he knew that he knew that he knew. Okay? He knew. Exactly. He knew. Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Roro, what is up? Roro is in the building. Thank you so much for being part of the Blonay Society. You said Blue is guilty of keeping this creature around, allowing her to damage his life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't let go of it. I'm like, why are we saying free Blueface? Fuck that nigga. Fuck him. I mean, I'm still saying Blueface. I mean, I'm still saying free Blueface because he did his time. But you guys understand my attitude. But we have to understand, right? We can't make him have extra sympathy. We can't help him make him a thoughtful person. We can't soften his heart, right? And we're talking about a man who was humiliated, dragged, his reputation. He lost a lot of gigs. All right. He was embarrassed. He was caught off guard. He was bamboozled. He was manipulated. All of these things is going to cause somebody to act out of character. Now, maybe under normal circumstances, like he was going to adopt Bonnie Lachey's son, but I think Krishan was so grimy. She was so grimy and such a fucking liar that she causes people to act like this. Now, me, I would have never, but I'm not a fucking man, y'all. We're not talking about sisters. We're not talking about Marsh. We're not talking about being her buddy. We're talking about a grown ass man that claims crib. Okay. And there's a certain aura, there's a certain expectation that comes with that caliber, whatever caliber that is. Okay. I'm just saying, pride and ego of the simplest man. We've seen empires fall just because of an ego. Right? We've seen, you know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest men go down over cassette. So we're not surprised. We're just trying to figure this all out. Now, what I want to do is take you guys to the second clip of Crazy in Love so you guys can get the totality of what I'm talking about. I pray to God Blue comes out and stays away from this demon. She wants to finish him off. Now, that is true. If he gets back with her, he may not never see the light of day again. He may not never see the light of day again. Who are we to say that there was not no bruja stuff going on? Because you know they've been accused of that more than once. And it's not impossible. Okay. People do it every damn day. Okay. You better pray. Oh, you ain't even Christian girl. You better pray. Oh, all right. You was at the next door neighbor house. They don't like you. You sat down, had spaghetti and some motherfucking coffee. You better pray, bitch. All right. So it's not out of the ordinary. But who's to say he wasn't under some type of spell or something like that, right? Or he could have just been sprung off the coochie. We see it every day. We see dumb men like him every day fall for much less. Okay. Jazz Baby says she was the dude in the relationship. Blue said she took that. Actually, yep. You remember this? The first time they did it in a car because there was people in the house, and he said that. Yep. He did. He said that. So good looking out, Jazz Baby. Thank you for that information. She got pregnant last Christmas. Blue spent with Jaden. Oh, he sure was. That's why he knows. Oh my God, they had the matching pajamas, huh? I didn't even think of that. See, that's what I got. That's what I got my day ones. Oh, that's why I got my peeps over here in the chat. Y'all be clearing shit up for, oh, okay. I can't do it all. I know I'm smart and all that, but damn, I need some help, y'all. You right. I didn't even think about that. That's why he knows. Maybe it was a clump of time, right? It was a clump of time. It wasn't a matter of days. And that's why he was so sure, I believe. And by Nate just bringing that up, I think we solidified that. Somebody said, "Yep, I just don't understand how you all did not pay attention to this, to sympathizing with Rock." Girl, I don't know, girl. I don't know. Because I would hate for y'all to pull up one of my old videos, okay? I would hate for you guys to. Not really like that saying that, but I don't like to perpetrate. That's why I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? I was bamboozled, bitch. I don't know how I did it. What is up, Tionia? What is up, 100? Thank you for being in the building. Thank you so much. You say, I think that's why Krishan is messing around with these crash outs so someone can do something to Blueface when he comes home and deny her and her child. Yeah, she's getting riled up before that because he's not responding to her the way that she would like. That's the only reason why she's with 3 or whoever he is, all right? Getting arrested and shit over robbery. Now you out on bail, 50K bail, and you up. You think, girl, you think you that's a step up? Girl, you think that's cool? Like, bro, no. Somebody says she's a demon. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this other clip, y'all. I'm gonna play the second clip. Let me take this down. You guys get the point. And let me bring up this second clip so you guys can really see what goes on, you guys, okay? Make sure you guys pay attention to body language and exactly what they're saying. Here we go.
The truth.
I have kids already. It's not gonna change anything for me. I'm gonna do we're gonna do the same thing. You know, it's gonna be detrimental to her. That's why I'm saying We can all agree that a first child for a woman is detrimental to their life. It slows their whole movement, their whole algorithm, their whole. This is 18 years. I don't want to.
I just had to stop so you can see how lost and clueless she is. Look at that. She has no idea what is going on. Oh, Lord. And she's trying to read the faces of everybody so that she can see how to react because she really doesn't know how to react. She her mind is going, how can I get out of this? How can I? She is oblivious to anything else but what's going on in her own little mind. Look at it.
For a woman is detrimental to their life. It slows their whole movement, their whole algorithm, their whole. This is 18 years. I don't want to sign her up for 18 years of responsibility because you guys think it's a good idea.
And you have to. It's not right because it's not about somebody else's decision.
It's because her body,
your
bro.
decision.
What does her body have to do with her
It's
future,
about your
her
decision.
career, her
I
life?
agree with that, but also wish you want to have babies again, and you already know the circumstances of that. That's what I'm saying from that.
That's what I'm saying. You're thinking from her not.
But I'm not telling her.
Okay, I had to stop it, y'all, because mushy mouth, mush mouth, Marsh. Okay, mush mouth Marsh, who wants to jump into everything but her own business. Okay, speaking on somebody else's pussy is astonishing to me. But if you guys peep what she just said, she said, what if she wants to have other children? I told you there was a risk in her getting another AB. Something happened the last time she got an AB, and the doctor probably told her, hey, don't have any more, because if you do, you may not be able to have children, period. Let's rewind that, because Marsh tells everything. She runs her mush mouth, okay, and gets Krishan into more than she bargained for. If you wouldn't have been there, girl, Blueface probably would have thought otherwise. And I'm just kidding, but listen, y'all, listen. I'm gonna rewind it.
Responsibility because you guys think it's a good idea.
And you have to.
It's not right
because it's not about somebody else's decision.
It's because her
about
body,
your
bro.
decision.
What does her body have to do with her
It's
future,
about your
her
decision.
career, her
I
life?
agree with that, but also wish you want to have babies again, and you already know the circumstances of that. That's what I'm saying from that.
That's what I'm saying. You're thinking from her not.
But I'm not telling her what to do though.
It's really up to her to be like, yeah, I'm doing this, fuck y'all, or no, I'm not, fuck y'all. You know? I'm waiting for her to be on that shit. Then that'll let me know. And then she's not like the best communicator, so it's kind of hard to like realize like, all right, she's gonna turn over a new leaf and wake up and be 100% the truth and live that out.
You guys trying to regain trust?
We tried this 110 times, and she lied every single time.
No, you didn't lie either.
My integrity is higher than hers. My word means more to me than it means to.
She ain't got no integrity. Her word don't mean shit because she's a compulsive liar. She's a compulsive liar and has no integrity. That's what Blueface just said. Okay? He's telling the truth. Definitely.
To hers. Right? So it's like two different people. If you lie and she still, we're gonna separate the two. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so stand on that. Now you got.
Can I ask you a question?
Simple. The
Would
DNA.
you be butt naked in a man's bed that you never slept with? I take her back every time. If she go off with another dude, I take her back every time. Because I love her, yeah.
All right, so we're talking about the pregnancy part, though, as far as the procedure.
So when you go off with
No,
another
but
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know they love
like,
you.
yeah, like I got unconditional
So-
love, so it's like you going off and you gonna keep lying to over and over. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I just gonna be the kid that cry
All right,
wolf.
what's the healthy?
like that,
What's the
though.
healthy
It's not.
solution
It's-
about
Okay, all
this
right,
situation?
all right, all right.
That's what I want.
All right.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know why you front like you don't be
That's what I
right
want to
there.
know.
No, because I have
You right there with her.
All right, let's get back to the solution of what we're gonna do. The healthy way. Yeah, I got it. She said she gonna call me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know.
All right. All right, baby.
Well,
Do it. That
see you later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for being honest. But mommy,
Yeah, that's all I have. Sure.
she got something. I want to say something to her. Mom, you good? You need to head up? You need to go to your TV? Mom.
You gotta listen to me.
Hey, Mom, what am I listening for?
I just want you to know.
That's what I know all your stories. You tell me.
No, I didn't tell you this one.
Oh, I hate talking to her.
I didn't tell you this one.
It's mommy. All right.
The size of the child.
Okay, Mom. It's big as shit. I know. You can't change it, Mom.
Don't let. Okay.
Hold on. Chill out.
I know. I know.
Chill out. The fuck? Chill out. You get upset. Y'all, come on with that. Listen. It won't be. Mom, you gave great advice. Listen. Listen. I'm talking to you, mommy. You gave great advice. Yeah. There's nothing else you can do. Don't get all upset. Don't get all upset.
Blue need to know that too.
Mom, he spoke how he felt.
No, but he don't know. She gonna be in danger. I studied this. I watched this.
Mom, you have 12 children. I get it. It's dangerous to do so. I agree with you.
But if I don't tell him, I can't say I didn't tell you. You understand?
Yeah.
Or the blood will be on my hand. I'm ready to go.
Come on, Mom. Come down.
Oh my God.
Come on. We get it. We big as shit. The fuck? Mom, can you? All right, Mom, can you chill out? Mom, can you chill out? Y'all is pain. Okay, Mom.
You're not gonna stop me from telling him. If I don't tell him, it's not gonna be on my hands. Look, let me go. He doesn't know. Let me go. Let me go, John Blue.
Yeah.
Listen, all right.
Ex of Krishan Rock.
Correct.
You were with her for how many years?
Okay, so you guys saw that, and it revealed a lot. Not only did Marsh confirm that it was a danger for her to have another AB, and that I think that is what the mother wanted to tell Blueface. Okay, but you saw how that played out, and we clearly can see that they both knew. And Blueface's biggest mistake is that he ignored the red flags. That is the biggest mistake. Somebody just said it in the chat. Whack 100 was trying to tell you, like, bro. And I think that's where he made his mistake. Okay. But Blueface has also denied this baby's paternity from the get-go. Okay. Just like we said from the get-go. Now, Dre had said that Blueface knew that Krishan was trying to set him up when they first met, y'all. When they first met, she looked at Blueface as a victim. Why? Because she's the setup queen. Why? Because she was still linked to Ronnie. Why? Because that's what they used to do. That's why I clearly said that it could have been something from the streets. It could have been something from the streets that caused Ronnie to lose his life. It may not have been, and sometimes I think we give her a little bit too much credit, okay, for walking around the United States of America, being the annihilator, confidential informant. Like, she got all these prestigious titles, but she dumb as a bag of rocks. Like, how is she executing this shit? Now, I can understand a phone call or two to somebody, $10,000 in the motherfucking pocket. That's the only way. Because she's not strategically doing anything. Okay? She can't strategically tie her own fucking shoe. So sometimes I think we give her a little bit too much credit. She's the annihilator. She's Scarface. She's a confidential informant. What does she do? Does she have a cape? Is that whole Superman? I don't think she has the wherewithal, intelligence, or the savoir faire it takes to on some of the shit we be saying she doing. But then again, when you a setup queen and you from these streets, you know how to do some shit. Okay? You know how to do some shit. So I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I just be like, how did she figure that out? Like, maybe a phone call, maybe she's wiring somebody some money or something. But girl, this girl's not strategically just doing this shit herself. Like, okay, Mac, are you ready, Bugsy? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dirty little rat. Like, no, she's not doing that. She's not Scarface, y'all. She's not Scarface. And I don't even think she's not even from LA. You don't got no ties like that. Now, I don't know about Baltimore, girl, but you best be careful. Okay? Messing with these gangsters on these LA streets, girl. Because first of all, you only been out here since 2020. All right? You first of all, stop coming. Yeah, stop acting like you some straight up G, because you're not. You don't know these LA streets because you don't. And I'm just saying, girl, be careful out here. Okay. You may be all that in a bag of chips out there and be more. And I bet you it's even rougher out there, the fuck. But out here, girl, I'm just saying, girl, watch your back. Now, y'all know that they just got, I don't know if they both got arrested, but the guy that she's with, the 20-year-old kid that she's dating, and she thinks she's still a YN. Girl, you're young, but you're not a YN. Okay. Compared to a 20-year-old, you're not a YN. Okay. And I guess he was arrested. There's footage out there of them talking to the police, pulled over. But word is that he was arrested and released on a $50K bail on a robbery, y'all. Okay. And if you guys don't know, the gang that he's affiliated with has been under investigation. The feds is all up in their ass. One of his friends, it's just a whole lot over there. Okay. So I hope she's careful before she gets caught up in something. But that's how it is, y'all. This is what's going down. And like I said, Dre said that Blueface knew that she was setting him up, but he forgave her anyway. And I think that was the biggest mistake, is to ignore this red flag. Let me go ahead and show you guys while I have it up. Hold on. Let me see if I do have it. Let me see, you guys. Hold on. No, let me pull it up because it's going to be on YouTube. Let me pull this up for you guys right quick, and then I will get back into the chat and see what you guys are chatting about. Hold on, you guys. Make sure you smash that like button, you guys. Share out this live if you guys are feeling the vibe. Go ahead and subscribe. Better yet, grab a membership. Turn the chat all green, you guys. Let me see some green hearts for some love, and put up the lips for the Gossip Society, because that's what we do, baby. Okay? We may not break the news, but we sure can talk about it. And sometimes we go back. How far back? Way back, bitch. Way back. All right? Okay, so let me pull this up. What did I say I was showing y'all? Oh, Blueface brother. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now listen to what he had to say, y'all. Let me see. Okay. We're not going to look at the whole video. It's time.
With this one trick. Check this out. It turns out insurance companies use AI to calculate the.
What are you doing here?
Believe me, yes, I will have him jump too, bro. Like if you ain't got no love or no respect for me, my nigga, to chill out on me, then obviously the brother don't mean shit to you in your eyes. So why would it mean something to me in my eyes, bro? So yeah, if I was in that position and my sister tried to bully me out of something I worked hard for, I would have my friends beat them up if I was pregnant too, bro. You know, you need to chill out, bro. You're doing too much. Why you pressing me and I'm pregnant anyway? But I don't know what happened. That's just what I'm guessing happened from what I've seen about how they dealt with each other in the past. Rock did. So that's something she did do, and something I want people to pay attention to. She did try to set us up. She did. She tried to set up my brother. We found a text message. I've seen the text messages myself. Like she admitted to doing the shit, bro. But like in her defense, she had just met us. You know, my brother forgave her, so we all just forgave her. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Shit like that. Imagine this a female that you met. She tried to set you up. Like you gonna look at her some type of way too sometimes. Like you know, like for real. But I mean, I don't know if she forgave us or if that was in the past. But my brother forgave her, so I mean, shit. You know, I let it go. But it definitely was a red flag for sure. I don't even know how they got her phone too. That's why I'm like, how the fuck is y'all? How do you get caught trying to set somebody up? Like, and they with your phone. Like I was like, you was a goofy. But yeah, pray for them, man. I hope that her and her sister get back cool. You know what I'm saying? Because family should stick together. I think everybody just kind of clamoring for position like crabs in a bucket. And it's like, you know, everybody trying to fight for position. But if niggas came together and worked as a team, niggas wouldn't have to do all. So she, you know, get the little water hustle. You know, you go out there and sell water at the beach and shit. My brother took to that shit. He out there, nigga, we trying to leave. We trying to go get in the water. This nigga out there with the bottles of water, nigga, grinning, like, nigga trying to sell everybody water. Like, yeah, $2, water, nigga, da-da-da. We shy, man. He out there. Water, let's do it. Getting banked. He always been about money. So, like, if anything go on with them and their relationship, bro, that's defensive, bro. My brother don't be thinking about relationships and women, and he better trying to get some money. That's it. It be Krishan trying to put shit in the media and do certain shit, trying to force his hand, and the shit worked. The reason I say that she's a genius, because Krishan played a game that I've watched thousands of women try to play. Like every woman he meet, oh, I'm trying to be an artist. I'm trying to be your girl. And it's like she did all those things, like strategically though. Like she played and navigated her way into his life and went all the way up. That's one thing I give her credit for. Like she had a plan. Like from the very first day we met her, she had a motherfucking plan. And I fuck with her because she executed. Like before y'all knew, before Krishan had this many people in her life, before like, you know, she was down, like, you know, not down bad, but like when she was barely coming up, like she still was the same person. She had the same tenacity. She had the same confidence. And I think that's what my brother saw. That's what all of us saw. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was some type of destiny to her life. If it wasn't destiny, it was probably like she believed in herself. She made all of that shit happen by herself. Like sitting in the living room, smoking a blunt on Instagram, thinking about how can I be the best at whatever I'm trying to do. And that's what she slowly did when she was there by herself, when nobody would fuck with her, when I tried to get her brand deals and nobody would return my calls, all types of shit. And she kept at that shit. It took her almost a year when niggas was laughing at her, when all of that shit was happening over the course of a year, she kept through that shit. So that was one of the biggest reasons why she had so much of my respect. You know, and we had a personal relationship aside from that. But like the shit that happened with my mom, I feel like was disrespectful to me. That shit hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should have enough respect for me. Like, nigga, I've been trying to help you with your music for damn near a year now. You know, and even out of the love you have for me, like, nigga, I fuck with you. Like, I done damn near, like, you know, I'll probably slide some shit for you, all types of shit. And then, you know, that was what fucked me up. Like, said seen the interview with Rod. Yeah, me and Rod was tight, bro. That was my dog once upon a time. Even when my brother was like her and him.
I'm Mayor Karen Bass, and in LA, we say no kings in America.
So when Donald Trump tries to terrorize our people, rig the 2026 election, and steal control of Congress, the people of LA can fight back with Prop 50, the Election Rigging Response Act, which will level the playing field and make sure our communities are not silenced. Los Angeles, it's our duty to defend democracy. Join me in
My mom did throw the bottle, bro, but you could have still walked away. My mom is crazy. Like, everybody knows my mom is crazy, bro. Like, it's like, you know, it's different. Like, if a nigga surprise you and just start throwing bottles, you might get turned up. But if it's the nigga that everybody kind of know, like, oh, you kind of be the nigga picking on somebody. Like, everybody already know he be tripping. Like, I just felt like you kind of doing too much. Like, you picking on him. Like, he throw bottles at all of us. So none of us beat him up. Like, you know, you was that one person that decided to beat him up because you could. You know? Like, I just felt like it was a bully move. Like, throwing bottles, what the fuck, who cares? You could have walked away. Obviously, she not close enough to grab you. You know? She threw some shit. All right, bro, I'm out of here. She throwing shit. You know? Yeah, I am sweating. Niggas hot as fuck waiting in this parking lot. This nigga keep going to the store and shit. But yeah. I don't know if y'all see some homeless people, bro. Make sure y'all give them some money with. You know? Support the homeless people. And pray for me, bro. Pray for all of it shit. And she did her own sister worse, bro. I'm not gonna speak on all that shit, but in her defense, bro, her sister was trying to bully her, bro. Like, her sister was trying to, like, do too much. She was like, I'm your big sister, so you gonna give me your bag. And they be like, bro, that little brother, big sister shit go out the window. We all grown, and I'm not finna give you nothing. I can help you get on, but I'm not finna let you bully me out of my bag, bro. Like, before I do that, like, family or not, I fuck with it. I take rock side on that one. I don't know everything what happened, but from the situations, like, I used to hear the speakerphone, like, how she would deal with her. Like, she used to try to bully Rock. Like, not she could bully Rock, but she used to definitely try to. Like, you know, some, like, aggressive, like, you gonna do this or you gonna do that. And like, Rock just was standing up for, like, no, bro, I'm not. Shit, if my older brother was trying to bully me, bro, and we talked, like, bro, I explained to him, I'm not gonna let you bully me, and he still had to bully me, yes, I will have him jump too, bro. Like, if you ain't got no love or no respect for me, my nigga, to chill out on me, then obviously the brother don't mean shit to you in your eyes, so why would it mean something to me in my eyes, bro? So yeah, if I was in that position and my sister tried to bully me out of something I worked hard for, I would have my friends beat them up if I was pregnant too, bro. You know, you need to chill out, bro. You're doing too much. Why you pressing me and I'm pregnant anyway? But I don't know what happened. That's just what I'm guessing happened from what I've seen about how they dealt with each other in the past. Rock did. So that's something she did do, and something I want people to pay attention to. She did try to set us up. She did. She tried to set up my brother. We found a text message. I've seen the text messages myself. Like, she admitted to doing the shit, bro. But like, in her defense, she had just met us. You know, my brother forgave her, so we all just forgave her. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Shit like that. Imagine this a female that you met. She tried to set you up. Like, you gonna look at her some type of way too sometimes. Like, you know, like, for real. But I mean, I don't know if she forgave us or if that was in the past, but my brother forgave her. So, I mean, shit, you know?
And see, that lets us know that Blueface never trusted her. He never really fully trusted her, because when on the first meeting, she tried to set him up, and they saw the text message and all that. So I told y'all that she tried to set up Blueface during the first motherfucking time that they met, and she admitted it, y'all. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? Right? Now, let's not get it twisted. Blueface was absolutely toxic, manipulative, and petty as hell. But you can't tell me he didn't go through his own version of humiliation. Because finding out that the same person you were clowning and loving and fighting online was out here matching your energy, partner for partner, that rocked his world. Blueface wasn't just mad, he was wounded. And when a man like him gets hurt, they don't heal, they retaliate. They don't heal, they retaliate. That's when we saw the rise of the Blueface and Jaden content era. And he was doing the same thing he was doing to Krishan, getting her pissy drunk and then turning the cameras on. Okay? We thought she had a diaper on for a minute when she was rolling around on the ground. They was calling her diaper booty. They started calling her Stewie. right? That was humiliation ritual for her too as well. I don't want to put it like that where you guys think something. I'm just saying that was humiliation. He likes to humiliate people. He likes to put people that he likes to put them out there and humiliate them. All right. So like I say all the time, we ain't handed out no angel wings over here. And look, I'm not saying he doesn't love his kids. I actually think he does, but let's be honest. His intent was revenge. Every smiling photo, every family man caption, every live with Jaden was a carefully calculated move to make Krishan burn. He knew what he was doing. He used his image, his platform, and even his kids as emotional ammo. You deserve a smack for that, Blueface. Okay? We're pointing the finger at you right now. That don't mean we don't think you served your time and you served your time and you need to get out, bro. That don't have nothing to do with that. And that wasn't family, that was warfare. The truth is, both of them, Blueface and Krishan, were locked into a toxic jitterbug. Okay? The back and forth ego dance that turned their real lives into public entertainment. Turned it really upside down. They were spinning, tripping, falling, and dragging each other. And everyone was watching right along with them. Okay? We were all watching. It wasn't love, y'all. It was a power struggle wrapped in chaos, if you ask me. Okay? And the moment that Krishan's pregnancy entered the chat, everything that was already toxic became nuclear. And that's why we're here now. That is why we're here now. Okay? So no, I don't think that Blueface skipped the birth because he didn't care. I think he skipped it because he was trying to prove something. Okay? That was not his child. He felt no ways. He had no connection. Nothing, his heart didn't go pitter pat. That's why he was so cold. That's why. And I know you might think it's wrong, but everybody is not built like an empath. Everybody's not built with extra empathy. Everybody's not built with thoughtfulness. Everybody's not built, you know what I'm saying, to be a savior, to be a saint. And they may be a good person, they may have good qualities, but that would take somebody with extra, something extra, that they would care for a child that's not theirs. Okay. And I'm just being real with y'all. That's the cold, hard facts. All right. Somebody will see you and you, like a woman will be living with the man. And if he thinks that's his child, everything is hunky-dory. Y'all going to Disneyland. He buying your pizza. Y'all going shopping. Everything is just hunky-dory until he find out that child not his and everything is cozy-tozy. He will put your ass out there on that porch in the rain, in the snow, in the sleet, in the tornado, and shut the fucking door. Okay? Your baby got big, sad puppy eyes looking like, can I have a fruit roll up? He'll slam the door in both y'all faces and act like y'all ain't even on the porch in the snow with no shoes on. Yeah, it gets like that. It gets like that. So I think that this is this case, you guys, and I think this is the reason why we are here, and that Junior, unfortunately, because of his mother, is in the situation that he is in, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. He basically wanted to show her, the world, that he was unbothered, that she couldn't trap him, and that he was done being embarrassed. But in doing that, he just proved how deep the hurt really went, to me. Because let's be real, if he truly was over it, he wouldn't still be posting, subtweeting, or spinning Jaden, or even Junior, or even a storyline. He's still reaching, still competing, still stuck. Now, I don't know as of right now, because a lot of things may be BTS behind the scenes. I haven't seen much of Blueface. I know he's concentrating on getting out. He's not worried about this fuckery right now in this moment. Okay, this is a crucial moment for him. He don't want to fuck up. He wants to get out. And you know, a lot of times when you're locked up and people find out that you're about to get free, especially when they got 8 more years to go, 2 more years to go, motherfucking life, they will try to take your life. So it ain't cool. Okay, ain't nothing cool. All right, that man is keeping his head on the swivel and hoping he can make it out of jail before somebody, you know, might try to do so. I'm just saying, that's just how it goes, y'all. That's just how it goes. Now, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Because at this point, at that point that we're talking about, Blueface wasn't fighting Krishan. He was fighting his ego. He was still trying to rewrite the narrative, still trying to, you know, control how he looks in the public. And it's just a mess, y'all. It was just a mess, okay? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hold on. And let me get over there. You said, I don't think Blueface would want anything to do with crack rock. Hoping so. Like, hoping so. And I don't think he's abandoned his son, y'all. He ain't, girl. He hasn't abandoned his son. That's not his son. They praying it all goes well. I think not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to have anything to do with her after she got him that extra time for running her mouth about that phone and the D-Rugs in jail. Yeah, called him a whole shermhead. You called this man a shermhead. And I don't know if that's old school or not, but I don't give a damn. Okay? Fetty. You called him a shermhead. Okay? You called him a shermhead. Now, remember, y'all, there was a time when I only fucked with gangsters and scrippers. All right? So you can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. I've never did it in my life, but I've been around people who have. You said Lil Journey was a couple of months old that Christmas. Oh, okay. Journey was a couple of months old that Christmas. Okay, wow. All right. So that was when he was playing house with Jaden. And he probably was away from Krishan 2, 3, 4 weeks. And she decided to go play house with Ronnie. And Marsh was knew about it. She knew. Someone says, I can tell you was a crack Sean fan. Who, me? Yeah, I was. And, you know, before I started coming live, I was doing edited videos. They're still there. But you guys know I had to start all over. I had almost 3 million views on this page. I don't even have 1 million now. So you can imagine how many videos I had to delete. Okay, I deleted 400 and then I deleted 200 more. All right, so you guys have to know that I'm basically starting over. And that's the reason why it's so important for you guys to smash that like button, share out this live. And if you guys are rocking with me, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, we are trying to get to our goal. We are on the road to 10K. And yeah, y'all, I'm not even at 1 million likes. And I can always show you guys. I have screenshots of, you know, when YouTube, once you meet a certain mark, YouTube will send you like this little award and say, congratulations, you have so many million, you know, you've reached 3 million. I still have them, y'all. We'll go through it one day. I don't got a lie to kick it, but yeah, so there's that. But I had so many videos, y'all, okay? Some of them are still up, but it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. You have to live in your truth, and that's the best way to live. That way you don't have a lot of regrets, and you don't have to bury anything, right? You don't have to bury shame. You don't have to bury the truth. You can just live it and be it. And I think that's the best way. You said no. Jazz Baby said no. Remember the Rock Tard said Journey wasn't Blue's baby, the nerve of them. Yeah, come on now. She looks just like Blueface. She looks like she looks like Jaden too, but you can tell. When I show you his baby picture, have y'all seen it? Yes. Both them kids is his. Parents, be aware of your children. Yeah. Yeah. You say fight for your child no matter what age they are. Exactly. Exactly. I do feel that way too. Help your child see the real. Of course. She's slow. Y'all. What's up, McCole Kelly? Welcome, welcome. You said she's slow. Y'all can see it. She's slow. Okay. Exactly. She's plotting. What's up, Bella XOXO in the building? If it's your first time here, welcome. Welcome to Blonay Got Tea. We get to the truth over here. All right. We bring the receipts and we are real, not fake. All right. And that's how it is, y'all, over here. We may not always get it right, but the conversation is always stimulating and it will leave you. Once you leave this live, you will leave with a perspective. All right. A POV. You may be able to apply something to your life that you've learned or found out or been enlightened through the conversation, y'all. Okay. Remember, the people that we talk about represent a sector of society. Okay. Your next door neighbor, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your granny, your auntie, your cousin, your best friend, they family, your co-workers. They represent a sector of society. There's a bunch of people that are walking around living their life like this. Okay. These people are just a catalyst. These are the people that we look through because they are the ones making the news. They are the ones that are on our timelines. Okay. If you follow Black culture, here we are. All right. Thank you guys so much for tapping in and giving your POV. You know, your POV is always welcome. Y'all just talk to me nice. Just talk to me nice. Fantasy Me, please. Welcome. You said that live she did with her mom told me all that I needed to know. Exactly. Exactly. Girl, you are the problem, Charlotte. You started this gangster shit. Okay? You started this. You started the whole ball rolling. You said Blueface tried to tell the people about Krishan and everyone made excuses for her. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I did not rock with Blue at all. I thought he was just, man, we're not even gonna go through all that. Okay. We see the forest for the trees. We see the forest for the trees. Okay. Perfect Kush, you said she is definitely trying to read the conversation. Did you see her? It was as if she didn't know how to feel. She didn't know what expressions to have. She didn't even know what was going. It was like she was watching a tennis match. She was trying to catch everybody's emotional facial expression so that she would know how to react. At the same time, she's like, how can I get out of this? How can I get, you can see the wheels in her brain turning. Like, it was so obvious, y'all. It was so obvious. All right. That shit was crazy. Now, that's when, when Blueface finally figured out, when he finally figured out that Krishan, that she was a fake wankster, is when that really opened his eyes. Once he found that out, it was like a revelation to him. Okay? It was a revelation to him. It was eye-opening for him, and he saw that he was the joke. All right? It didn't feel good. It was a blow to his ego, and yeah, he almost became obsessed with it. He almost became obsessed with it, y'all. Prove.
Rock is a fucking genius. I'm not gonna take that from her. I'm gonna tell you why she's a genius. Because she knows how to manipulate. So she manipulated me to thinking that she was all about me because she was out of desperation, right? So that's why when she got into a position, she kind of tried to discredit everything I did, right? Granted, all right? Because I was confused. I'm like, damn, you used to say so much great things about me. Now I'm responsible for everything but your success. I'm responsible from verbal abuse, financial abuse, this, that. But when it comes to your success, I have nothing to do with it. Okay, that's strange. But the pregnancy is what really made me realize, because I have 2 kids. I've been into labor rooms. When someone is in labor, it's cool. It's out of the blue. No female is planning to go in labor, right? I have 2 kids. I know this. You can't tell me otherwise. Krishan planned her labor. She didn't coincidentally go to Baltimore and her water broke and she just went somewhere and had the baby. You know how I know this? Because certain hospitals don't let you film because of their own rules and, whatever they got going on. Krishan went to a place prior when she was on Baddies in Baltimore. She found a place prior that she could record this birth at. So, stay with me. It's all attention based. Krishan has done everything up till this far for attention. She's manipulating all of us. And the only reason I'm now waking up and realizing it because I have kids, so I know how this situation goes. So now that 2 and 2 aren't going together, it makes sense. Right? Krishan flew to Baltimore with a hospital that she already knew she could film at. She flew there medically induced. She let us know before the baby was coming that it was coming. 4 weeks before the due date. Right? So if your due date is September 23rd, why are you letting us know that the baby's coming a week before September? You letting us know in August. How do you know that? This is your first child. You're inexperienced. Okay. I get it. See it, she knows that it's gonna be a big deal. For example, why do you think before Krishan goes live and she cries and says that I'm a terrible guy, her makeup's done, her jewelry's on, her nails are done, everything is pre-planned. That's the genius part about it. Her fame, her claim to fame is sympathy. And who's gonna deny that? If it's evident, if it's in your face, right? That's the manipulation. So now I'm like, damn, I didn't.
So you heard what Blueface said. This is the moment that was the turning point.
Let this bitch get me. Man, I'm disappointed in myself. I take that thing.
One thing about Blueface is he did admit it. He was out there telling the truth, his own truth. And for him to even come out and just admit this, I feel like that was a boss move. I didn't see it at the time, but now reflecting back, this is a boss move because he just blatantly admitted that he got played. Okay? He got played like a board game. And he fell for it. He fell for the okie doke. He got pussy whooped. And I'm not saying that Krishan doesn't have a personality. You know what I'm saying? She may be fun to be around. They were in a toxic relationship, so they was doing a lot of dysfunctional things that would probably stand out to the normal eye. But if you're both doing it, you guys are both under the influence. You remember he got a whole Hennessy ball, okay, and he has admitted to being addicted to alcohol and a few other things, okay, a few other things. And don't tell me y'all you've been doing sherm, bro. That's why you're out of it. Because if you're walking around here being a sherm head, Of course you're gonna get bamboozled by somebody like Rashawn. You're not all the way there. You're not all the way there. You're not fully present. You're not fully, your awareness is off. You're under the influence of something, and that's always going to what? End up with what? Poor choices. Always. Don't know how to handle your liquor. Always under the influence. You're gonna make dumb decisions like what we saw. Somebody said 18 years of hell and baby mom's drama. Exactly. And he was trying to save her from a fate worse than death. Okay? 18 years, sister. And you can't even get past 2. And by the looks of it, at 18, it ain't gonna be over. Krishan Jr. will probably need a care, right? Some type of care for the rest of his life. Now, we're not going to think that far ahead because Krishan Jr. is a 2-year-old little boy, okay? Who knows what miracles God has in store for that angel, honestly, okay? But we know that Junior needs help and needs to get away from his own mother, even if it's just temporary, y'all. We're not saying take Junior off, run him off into the sunset, and she won't see him till he's 18. But people, look, she got to get it together before it's too late. Before it's too late. And then rest in peace, Ronnie. Like what? Like what? Like what? That don't even make no sense. What's up, Melanin Mommy 510? You said her whole life is based on lies and deceit. I really believe Blue felt bad for her at some point, but he knew she wasn't right in the head. Yeah. Yeah. And I just think he was caught up in the rapture. And I'm just using that word. You know, he was caught up in the hype. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think he knew how to get out. It was just a vicious cycle. I've been in a toxic relationship, not like this, to this dynamic, but I know what it is to get caught up in that toxic cycle and not be able to get out. The arguing every day. You breaking up every 3 days, okay? I'm over his house. He throwing my shit out every 3 days. He threw my shit out in the yard. I know the neighbors like, hey, they doing it again. Hey, hey, girl, how you doing? While I'm picking up my shit every 3 days, looking crazy. Okay? The emotional, the psychological, the gaslighting, the humiliation, over and over and over again. I told you at some point, that man was telling me the sky was fucking red because he was a blood. And I was like, no, the sky is blue because it's blue, not because I'm a Crip. When I got through with that man, when I used to walk outside, I used to be like, oh my God, that's a beautiful red sky. It's so beautiful and red. Motherfucker had me thinking the sky was red. He said it so many, all that abuse that I took, I used to walk outside and think the sky was red. If you guys understand what I'm saying, then you understand what I'm saying. Okay? I was on the verge of a breakdown. And I think of myself as a strong, God-fearing woman. Even the mightiest of us, even the most saved and sanctified, can be deceived by the master deceiver, because Satan and his minions are here to steal, kill, and destroy. You don't have to just come in contact with Satan himself, y'all. He has helpers. They call fallen angels, aka demons. Okay? Remember, a third of the angels came down with his whack ass. They thought they was bigger than the program. So just know that. Just know that. Even the mightiest of us can be fooled and tricked. It's very, very trickery. And I thought my eyes was open, girl. I thought I was saved and sanctified. Girl, I was about to DIE. But the fact that when he finally figured out that Krishan was a wankster, I think that was a pivotal moment. But Ronnie was talking to Blueface. Okay? They were exchanging notes. And I think Krishan either knew about it already, because Blueface, I don't think he would hide it. I bet you he was like, I'm gonna call that nigga. Because remember, he had went through her phone. So, you know, I would have been taking screenshots. Okay? That's what kind of, you know what I'm saying, snooper I am. I'm gonna find out and I'm finna come knock on your door. That was back then, y'all. I ain't knocking on nobody's door now. But back in the day, bitch, I used to be knocking on people's doors. I used to be kicking in doors, waving the fo. And they was like, all I heard was, Papa, don't hit me no more. Yeah. So you can just imagine. I believe that they were talking behind the scenes. That's why he said that. When he said, I'm not the type to say, you know, that's not my baby and just walk away. Because I believe that that's what Blueface conveyed to him. Like, man, this ain't my baby. I don't give a fuck. I don't give one damn. That's not my baby. So I'm going to walk away. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if she do this and do that. But see, Ronnie, not even knowing, just it being a possibility, he still wanted to do for Junior. He still didn't want to see Junior be done wrong and be abused. And I think that's what he meant. Okay? Listen to this and you guys let me know if you guys will think the same way. Okay? Let me take this down. And I think this is Adam 22. I'm not sure where this interview is, but listen to Blueface in this interview and tell me if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. That's all. That's all.
Where are we at on? Is that your kid? Where are we at on that?
I left it up to the ex. Once he came out and the baby looks like him, and he kind of showed some evidence that they've been in contact since the day I met her till today, it's kind of like, who's to say who has more influence or impression? You know what I'm saying?
So
he showed you some evidence that proved that she never stopped fucking with Ronnie. Wow. Are we surprised? Fuck no. Listen to the words that are coming out this man's mouth.
He kind of showed some evidence that they've been in contact since the day I met her till today. It's kind of like, who's to say who has more influence or impression? You know what I'm saying?
So you're feeling like,
well, he said when she stole my car, she stole it to go to him. I didn't know that. She said that she stole it to give it to her mom, which made zero sense. You're gonna steal a car from somebody and give it to your mom, so you're gonna put your mom in a stolen car.
Crime,
yeah. So when she gave me that story, I never really believed it. So now that he's coming out and saying, you know, what makes more sense, I'm kind of, you know.
So you're feeling like you dodged a bullet?
For sure, yeah. I mean, the way I feel about it, once she takes a test with him and X's him out, then why? I'm down to take a test, you know.
Right. You're not like
off the test. I'm not running from.
If I were you, I'd be running to do it, like to.
See, that was the end goal. Blueface was waiting on that DNA test that Ronnie had court ordered, and he would know for sure. Everybody was hanging on a wing and a prayer, waiting for that test that never happened. Because I believe that Krishan will go to the extreme due to whatever distress level, whatever mental disorder, whatever illness is plaguing her rattled brain, okay, and hardened heart, whatever it is, they will go to the extremes, almost like psychopaths. If you cross a psychopath, and I'm not saying she is, I'm just using that as an extreme, they will unalive your ass. They will go to the extent, they will go to the fullest extent of what they can do. And if powing down and assassinating someone in front of their home, if that's what they have to do, then that's what they have to do. You don't think she could have easily paid, a street ninja $5K? She could have gave somebody $2K. I'll be watching interrogations and real true crimes all the time. People be doing it less than that. Okay, you get a crackhead that got a good aim or access to a pal, and they'll do it for a cool 500 and bring you back some dope. Man, I'm gonna bring you back some dope. We can smoke it together. You gonna give me 500? All right, all I gotta do is take out 5 people. Like, they willing to risk their life, like freedom. There's people out there that will do that, right? And like I say, the drugs talk louder than common sense ever could. And when you're addicted to something, that is your main goal. That is all you live and breathe for. So we can't think rational like us, like, girl, first of all, I got to go home. I got to go to work in the morning, girl. I got 2 kids. There's people out there that don't give a fuck about their kids, don't got no job. Even if they had a job, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about their car. They're addicted. And that takes priority in their life. We see it with Charlotte. She had 12 children and failed them all. You're the problem, lady. Don't come on here looking for sympathy. And we seem to give it to her like, oh, Charlotte, you're beautiful in and out. No, you're not. Girl, lady, come sit down here. Because you done failed 3 generations. What do you have to say for yourself? And I believe you were a narcissistic mother. We're going to get into that tomorrow. Because, girl, you triangulated freaking Taseki and Krishan. You jealous of Taseki? You don't like Taseki? So what is she, the scapegoat? And Krishan is supposed to be the golden child because she's the youngest of the sisters? Like, what are we doing? You perpetuated all of this. You were part of the problem. As a matter of fact, you are the problem, girl. But we're going to save that for another time. We're going to save that for another time. Right? So what do we do from here, y'all? Y'all heard it. Y'all, you guys heard it. And she's still trying to rewrite the narrative. She's still trying to control how she looks after all this public mess and what's going to really, like, it's, and I don't want to label her as a narcissist, but I'm going to use the characteristics and the definitions and the wording that is used when you're describing the actions of someone who suffers from narcissistic personality disorder. Now, remember, there are 5 different narcissists that you can run into. So I may describe one and you'd be like, girl, nah, my boyfriend, he ain't like that. Girl, there's 5. A bitch, there's 5. Okay? And the way that she operates puts me in that mind frame. It puts me in that mind frame. And one thing about that is narcissistic injury is one of the worst things that you can do to a narcissist, because that means that the mask that they have on is cracked and you see them for who they really are. And that is their biggest fear. You want to know why? Because they're nobody. They have no soul. They have no personality. Okay? They have no depth. They have no emotion. Everything is fake. Do you guys get it? They mimic people. They have to mimic happiness. They don't know when to be happy. And didn't you guys see that in that clip when you saw how confused Krishan was? She looked like she was in a tennis match because she was trying to catch the right emotion to emote. They are empty shells inside. Why? Because they were never taught empathy. And you cannot become a narcissist, suffer from narcissistic personality disorder or become a narcissist in adulthood. It has to come from childhood. It happens in childhood. And most of the time, whatever age it happens at, that person is stunted at that age. And if you guys look at Krishan, she called herself the big baby. She walks around with a pacifier in her mouth. If you go to some of her interviews, they said, well, she said she was abused. And somebody asked her, well, when did it start? You know what I'm saying? She was like, shit, day one. She said, day motherfucking numero uno, bitch. And that's so sad. That's so heartbreaking. But somewhere along the line, she was not taught empathy. And she was not allowed to be herself, meaning that she had to become someone else to get recognition, to get praise, probably to get a place to stay, to get food. She had to be a chameleon, and she never developed herself. That's why we say they are energy vampires, because narcissists need narcissistic supply. They need a punching bag. They need an emotional punching bag. And normally, they choose good people. The total opposite, that something that they would never be. They hate you, girl. They hate you. And you heard Dre say that Krishan absolutely hates Blueface. I played it yesterday. I'm just adding up all the factors, okay? Let's add up all the factors. You know what I'm saying? You whack, you twisted, your girl's a hoe, you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your old man be like stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mama. I never let her go. Let's add up all the factors, bro. I'm just putting 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 together. That's it. And I see it. I just can't put my finger on it because I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose her. But you damn Skippy, if I had $1, my bottom dollar, I would bet it on that. I'm just saying. But the clip we just showed, that lets me know that they were talking behind closed doors. And that's how Blueface was able to validate everything that he thought. And he was able to figure that shit out. And that's why he walked away so cold. Now, I'm not saying that it's right. Okay? I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just speaking the truth. It ain't got to be right. And if the truth hurts, say ouch. If the truth hurts, go to church. That's all I can tell you. But this is the reason why I feel like we are in this situation that we're in. And we're looking at Blueface like, bro, when you get out, if you don't go get your child, he ain't going to do that because that ain't his child. And then you guys may wonder, like, ask me like, well, why is he acting like that is his child? Clout, hanging on. So he has that connection. Because with the connection to Junior, there'll always be questions. There'll always be virality. There'll always be numbers. There'll always be algorithm. And he's holding on to it as long as he can. Because he knows how to work this internet. We say it all the time. I want you guys to take a look at this clip. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Now, what he doesn't realize is that, and what they don't realize is that the internet already saw the movie. We watched every messy act, okay? Every shady post, every live meltdown. And now it's giving reruns. I mean, do y'all think that Blueface ever loved Krishan, or was it all ego? Be honest. Would you show up to a birth if you doubted that the baby was yours, or knew that the baby wasn't yours? Because he knew. I want you guys to take a look at this clip. Hold on. And this is the reason why I'm knowing that Ronnie and Blueface were on good terms. They were on good terms. They was just talking back and forth like normal. People want to think they were rivals and all this. They weren't. They were talking behind behind closed doors about this dirt bag. Okay, about this gutter slut. They was talking like, bro, what? What, bro? Yeah, cuz we're sharing old schoolyard. Watch. Hold on. Let me show y'all. I think is it a clip, or do I have to go to a video? Hold on, you guys, and then I will be back in the chat. As a matter of fact, let me go to the chat first before I show you guys this clip. Before I show you guys this clip. You said colorism is real. That's how she got away with this. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's how she got away with this. And sympathy for pretty privilege. Oh, of course. Definitely. Definitely colorism had something to do with this. Like it or hate it. That's true. Okay. That's why she got pretty privilege. Definitely. Okay. The light skinned twin. Okay. The circumstances. Wow. Yeah. What's up, Perfect? Thank you so much, Perfect Kush, for popping in and giving your POV. I appreciate that. You say facts, but as a Pisces, we don't claim them. Wait a minute. Who's a Pisces? Is Krishan a Pisces? Because I don't even know what month Pisces is. That was funny. You said MFers don't want to admit that, though. Yeah, girl. They better admit it. They better admit it. Now, I'm not trying to say if she was dark-skinned, she wouldn't have been able to get away with it. But she fits the bill, y'all. Okay? Every man's fantasy. According to America. All right? Like it or love it. Like it or love it. I mean, how is that working for y'all? Because y'all are getting done. Whoa, y'all getting like, you here with me sitting on the bench, bitch? I thought you was the prize. I thought you was the goal. I thought you was the everything. And you got a black eye too? He left you to be the single mama, and he cussed you out, and he threw you out? Me too, girl. You know, that really resonated me. You know, when it really was opening my eyes, I was very, very young. And I bought into that narrative because I'm in America and that's how I grew up. But when I started catching a bus and I was looking around like, wait a minute, bitch, I thought you was the prize. Like, why are you sitting? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, wait a minute. And it just made me realize I was a teenager, but it just made me realize that we're all the same. Like, you're here too, bitch. Like, if you were such the prize, you would never be on the bus stop. If you were such the prize, you would never get cussed out. You would never get beat on. None of this would ever happen to you. We're all the same, y'all. Okay? We really are at the end of the day. Because they'll beat your ass and leave you for dead just like they'll do me and anybody else. Okay? And it don't matter. Latinos, they don't beat on white women. We have to realize that, though. But you're right about that. Fantasy Me, you said, I wish Blue had fam with him. Yeah. Well, his family's going to be there now. You know what I'm saying? Because his mama is front and center. So hopefully, but still, he's a grown-ass man. And they can't hold his hand. You know what I'm saying? he only gonna be around his mama for so long. It ain't like he gonna be hanging with his mama. You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, 28 years old, you gotta let him live his life and whatever decisions he make. And Carlos has made that absolutely clear. Like I just cross my fingers and hope. And that's all you can do, girl. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. All right. Sentence her too. You said a basotomy. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all. Nicole Marie, what do you got to say? You said, yes, I had a family member that used it as a contraceptive and insides, and she was told if she had numerous, it could damage her and she may not be able to have children at all. Yeah. So that's what was going on with Krishan. And I think Marsh kind of, validated that. She kind of sealed the deal on that by what she said. Like I said, if you let people talk long enough, they telling themselves. They give up more information that they were going to give if you were to interrupt them. Just let them talk. You said, great catch, Blonay. I hadn't heard Marsh say that. Very possible her womb, is damaged. Let me see. Hold on. Her womb is damaged. Too many ABs aren't good. Yeah. You say what she wants more. She wants what she wants, no more children. Exactly. Let me show you guys this clip right quick. Hold on. Let me show you all this clip. Where is it? Okay, hold on, you guys. Watch this clip and let me know what you guys think. All right. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? That's what we're gonna find out. Did we get it right? All right. This is a Blonay society, you guys. This is a society. It's not just me alone. I just pretty much navigate, but we run a tight ship over here. I can't say that.
Crazy. Can't make this shit up. This shit really crazy. Can't make this shit up. Ah! Can't make this shit. What the fuck? This shit really crazy. Can't make this shit up. Ah! Can't make this shit up. Y'all weird as a bitch. Right there, watching on your motherfucking screen. You. Come on, bro. Stop. I want to know why y'all keep trying to keep me quiet. Why to speak? What the fuck is y'all hiding? Like, be for real. Just let it. All I'm saying is, Blue need to come and get me. We could both be chairman at the label, writing music for our baby mother. What's the difference? Tell me, what's the difference? I'll wait. This is what y'all fail to realize. Roll up the sleeves for this one. This is my life. This is just a storyline for y'all. This is just something that y'all wake up and y'all be like, damn, dummy. Look what's going on today. This is what I go to sleep to every night. Wake up and smell the coffee. In the world, TV, you dead fucking wrong, bro. And everybody, why? I'll wait. Tell me why y'all keep reporting my lie. I'm reading. What y'all fail to realize is Krishan
Y'all, hold on, okay? Because I am going to have to, hold on. Let me take this down. Hold on 1 minute. Let me take this down. You guys hold on because I'm gonna have to restart my live. I mean, I'm gonna have to what is it called? What is it called when you push that circle thing? I'm gonna have to restart it. I forgot what that's called, but hold on, okay? It's gonna take me a minute, but I have to restart this. Let me see if it's gonna when it pops back up, because something keeps popping up on my screen, and that's the reason why these are delayed. The video is delayed, so I do apologize for that. Let me see. It's gonna play again. Let me see if I bring it up, if it'll come up, because there's like a little warning that keeps coming up, and so I just want to restart the live so that it won't be doing this anymore. Hold on, let me see.
Jesus Porter was born in Baltimore, Maryland. Stay with me. 2, this is just entertainment for y'all. All I'm asking is for us. Junior is not my son. I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test. This shit really crazy. Can't make this shit.
All right, so you guys saw that. Hold on. I was trying to let I thought it was gonna pop up again, but it didn't pop up. But you guys heard what Ronnie had to say, okay? And that just brings us full circle to why the baby was born and she traveled all the way from LA to Baltimore. Just let you know she'll go to any lengths to win, to be one up on Blueface or anybody. She does this, she's an anybody killer. Okay? Anybody can get it. Not just Blueface. She uses the same tactic with any and everybody. Okay? This is her MO. This is her method of operation. And usually your method of operation is used over and over and over again. Your pattern of behavior is usually the same over and over and repeated over and over again. Okay? This is how people learn your weaknesses. This is how people learn your strengths. You know, with a little bit of pillow talk and you running your mouth and telling too much of your business, people get the upper hand on you and they save it as ammo. And when they're ready to use it on you, this is what happens. This is what happens, y'all. Lisa, welcome, Lisa. You said, I knew that baby wasn't blues. I said it from the beginning. Yeah, a lot of people knew. I'm just now peeping this out. Even though I've seen many of these clips before, I never really broke it down and put it together like this. Right? Because how many times have we seen some of these clips? Not all of them. Some of these clips are the first time I'm seeing them. But yeah, y'all, this is why I believe that they were talking behind the scenes. And why Ronnie felt so comfortable in believing that Krishan Jr. was his seed. He said he should have protected himself. Yeah. Blue knew she was off when she was cooking hot dogs in a microwave. Oh, Lord. Blueface was funny, though. That shit was funny as hell. He used to have me cracking up. You said, Lisa, me too, shaking my damn head. It's crazy how too many big grown women didn't see right through her, too busy trauma bonding. Girl, that's me, child. All right. But I've learned of unconscious bias, and that's what I was using. And unconscious bias does involve bonding with somebody or liking somebody, taking their side simply because you can relate to what they're going through. Unconscious bias. And a lot of us do it, and it's what? Unconscious. You don't know that you're doing it. So I was one of me right here. I was one of them. I was. I definitely was. It was because I related to her being in a relationship. I had just gotten out of a relationship with a narcissist, and I think that had a lot to do with it too. I was still hurting, scarred, and going through what I was going through. And yeah, girl, some of the best of us. Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. You say the way she felt about him, she would have been happy to give him, yep, Blue's last name. Exactly. That's why she didn't. And he wasn't on the birth certificate because he wasn't about to sign that bitch. She already knew. And she's still up here talking about when my baby daddy get out, girl, you was living fantasies. We reject your deposit, okay? We shook Dre's punk ass, now we out of the closet. Girl, no, we not buying it. You said, dang, they had an open relationship and Blue loved it, plus getting her money. Well, they didn't have an open relationship. They were just cheating on each other. Not with those 7 tattoos and her always vowing for his, attention and always declaring her undying loyalty to him. Girl, what's that on your neck? That's you. So when they see me, they see you, nigga. You know she got one on her neck, right? His face. And she got one on his face. She had neck. She had his face on her face. She had her face on the back of her neck. And she had the face on the front of the neck. Tell me that ain't loony. That's crazy. And then when the therapist asked her, why you got all these tattoos? Like the therapist was like, girl, you don't know. You have his face on your neck. Don't you, girl, you bet not. You think we're going to let you slide what you don't know? Because you wanted to? Because you was bored? Girl, get out of here. You saying, yes, Christmas, he was with Jaden. That's why she didn't want him in the room when the doctor was evaluating the conception date. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, the real bipolar blogger. What is up? What is up? Thank you so much for tapping in. You said she was 5 months pregnant and it was too late. She needed to have it immediately, but she procrastinated. The fetus was already damaged. Junior was already damaged. Yeah. And that's the sad part. And then I guess she just wanted to prove that a baby wasn't going to stop her. Plus, I think she was an addict. She was addicted to alcohol and whatever else she was taking, whatever else she was ingesting was more important than the well-being and the healthy and the happiness and the health of her child. And that is absolutely sad. That is absolutely sad. Garrett said, so delusional. Welcome, Garrett. You said, at least you can admit that it takes a real grown woman. You said, at least you can admit it. It takes a real grown woman to do that. Yeah. I'm not afraid to say that I'm wrong because what are y'all going to do? Y'all going to come beat me up? Like, I mean, you could think what you want, but authenticity and being genuine should always trump anything else, right? But thank you for acknowledging that and shouting me out. I appreciate that. I need to see who her cousin is. Oh, girl, you ain't seen it yet. You ain't seen her cousin. Her cousin look like Ronnie. Shit. Her cousin look like Ronnie, but his eyes is more slanted because see, Ronnie's eyes are like more slanted going down, but her cousin's eyes is chink. I got chinky eyes, so I'm not making fun of nobody. My eyes are slanted too as well, but his eyes are really slanted. And I think that's a characteristic what is it called when a feature on Junior that is prominent. Okay, I think it's a feature that's on Junior that is prominent, whether it's caused by something, a medical condition or something that went wrong while he was in utero. I don't know, but the features are undeniable. The features are absolutely undeniable. What did you say? You said Blueface is hilarious. They made money together. We can't lie. Yeah, definitely made money together, you guys. But yeah, so this is what I came up with, and I'm glad that you guys also agree with me. You know, in different ways, everybody has different perspective, but overall, we could agree that this is pretty much what it was, y'all. I mean, that's what it seems to us, right? In the beginning, I felt bad at the way Blue talked about her online. I promise you, I finally woke up. Exactly, McCall Kelly. You girl, we was in the same boat. We was in the same boat. We was in the same boat. But you live and you learn, right? And truth is always going to come to the light. It's always going to float to the top. So we just had to wait for that moment, and we would have seen it. You know, we weren't going to be, you know, fooled for long. But like I said, I'm an empath, so I'm always going to want to, first of all, look at the glass half full, right? Feel like there's hope for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to root for everybody, give everybody a chance. And that's a lot of times how I became a victim in relationships. Okay. And when you're loyal to a fault, like Geminis are extremely loyal, and we will give 110%. At times we will give more than we give ourselves. We will give ourselves so much until we're overextending ourselves, right? And some people may call it dickmatized, you know, some people may call it dick dumb. And that was me. And a lot of times good people fall victim. We're victims because they really seek you out. They seek out good people, good-hearted people, or people that have empathy or care for others. And they drain us of our supply. They really do. Let me see. So yeah, y'all, this is, I mean, any way you slice it, I think at the end of the day, this is what it comes to. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. You said what? She never took him back to the hospital after his first surgery. That's why she got mad at Tareen. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. In the beginning, I felt bad at the. Oh no, I already read that. Okay, hold on. You say Junior does resemble her cousin too. It is scary, crazy, scary, spooky, and fucking hilarious. All right, it's all of that. Crazy, scary, spooky. Happy Halloween, by the way, if you guys celebrate Halloween. All right. Let us go over some of these narcissistic personality disorder terminology. Okay. And let me bring that up for you guys, because I just want to go over some of the definitions for this. Hold on. Because this is what we're looking at all day long, y'all. It can't be denied. It cannot be denied. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys. And this is the narcissism terminology, your A to Z guide. I want to also let you know that through my experience of narcissistic personality disorder and the way that it left me shattered, I wrote a book on it. Okay. Not a book. I call it a pocket book. All right. Because you're going to want to carry it around in your pocket. It's about 10 pages. It gives you the basics on how to identify a narcissist and basically how to navigate a narcissist. And I say this all the time because I didn't want to say how to avoid a narcissist, because a lot of us, and you don't even know, girl, you need to get the book, or you can look it up on Google. I mean, come on now. Some of y'all are involved in a narcissist already. It's too late. So I want to show you how to navigate a narcissist and not so much say avoid, okay? But this is a pocketbook. You guys make sure you guys can check it out on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's available. It's about $10. And I call it a pocketbook because when you read it, you're going to want to carry it around. So you're always ready. Okay. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So make sure you guys check. This is a shameless plug. I did write a book on it. I wrote it myself. Okay. I'm a good ass writer. So don't think I got it from AI or Chat GPT, or I don't even think I was even using or knew about Chat GPT. Okay. It's been a couple years since I wrote that book, but you guys go ahead and check it out on Amazon, grab it, and let me know how you guys like it. Now let's go ahead and get into this. You guys can't see this. Hold on, y'all. Just let me pull it up through here. Let's go and let's just look at this right quick. This wasn't even planned, but I feel it appropriate because I throw out a lot of words out there and they sound crazy, but I want to let you know they're coming from a certain place. Okay. Let me see if this is going to come up for you guys. And let's get into this terminology right quick. Because you never know who you can help, by exploring and really getting into, because I tell everybody, read a book, go outside and touch grass. And people be like, well, how do you know this? How do you know? Girl, I go outside and I talk to people. Okay? Girl, I pick up a book and I read it. And even if that means going through Google, you don't have to pick up a literal book. Like, I don't expect you to go to the library and get a library card. I'm just saying, add value to yourself. Things and valuable tools that you can use in everyday life. Okay. Okay, so you guys can see this. All right. When it comes to learning about narcissism, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all of the information floating around in books, podcasts, articles, and other sources. And so they have put this together for us. Okay. Now, let me see. It says an effort to help support you on your journey to healing from narcissistic abuse. I thought it might be useful for you to have a go-to source where key terms related to narcissism and narcissistic abuse are listed in one place. This list is an evolving list, one which I will regularly update should I think of more words that would be useful to include. Feel free to share it far and wide. Please share this far and wide, like I'm sharing it. We can help shine a light on narcissistic abuse and help bring survivors together in their journey to recovery. Of course, if you think of any other words you think would be helpful for others to know about, feel free to leave a comment at the bottom of this article and I'll add them in. Okay, here we go. It's a long read, so grab your cup. We're not going to read them all. All right, now it says, whilst narcissism can be seen in both male and females, my counseling work is done exclusively with women. So I write from the perspective of a female client with male abusers. So just know that going in, you guys, okay? Addiction is the first one, okay? We see that, definitely. Narcissists are addicted to supply. We are the supply and will stop at nothing to find it. Also, survivors can become addicted to their abuser through trauma bonding, all right? Okay, so we have apology, blame shifting, boundaries, breadcrumbing, okay? Now, breadcrumbing is a narcissistic breadcrumbing is a manipulation strategy used to keep a person chasing a trail of intermittent validation, love, or attention. Breadcrumbing is sporadic niceness, which keeps the victim stuck in this cycle of hope when the abuser is actually attentive and nice to them, and the disappointment when the abuser is inattentive and nasty to them again. This behavior creates an emotional roller coaster for the victim, leaving them hooked on the relationship with no real security or commitment shown by the abuser. As they say, hope is a powerful drug, okay? And so this behavior plays on the victim's inbuilt optimism that things will get better if they just hang on. So if you didn't know why you was hanging on, this is why, Okay, there's a method to the madness. Okay, that's beyond your understanding. But once you start digging in and really learning this, it can help you in many ways. Okay, charming childhood. A whole bunch of academic studies have been done to better understand narcissism and its root causes. Although a lot is still to be understood, it is now widely believed that narcissism develops in childhood as a direct result of overparenting or underparenting. Okay? So even if you spoil a child, it can be bad. Coercive control, confabulation, control, covert, criticism. Okay, we're getting into the D's. I'm just going through them. We're not going to read them all. Just something that I might think is important. Ego. Think I, my, mine. Self-interest and self-centeredness around the narcissist. You don't matter. Never have, never will. It's a sad reality, really. Okay? This is the truth, y'all. Okay? Some of y'all are sleeping with the enemy right now. Some of y'all can relate to any and everything that I'm saying. I know at one time I could. Okay? And if you're not, consider yourself blessed, not lucky. Okay? Blessed. Yes. And no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes. Because only God can keep you from this. This is a fate worse than death. Emotional unavailable. They're emotionally unavailable. Don't expect a warm, close, loving connection with the narcissist. These people lack the most basic of social skills that allow for genuine human connection. Narcissists are unable to form close emotional bonds, y'all. It will never happen. And if you peg somebody as a narcissist, just know this. They're empty inside. Without you, they're nothing. And I mean that literally. I mean that literally. Okay? Let's go on to empathy. That's a big word. That's something I always use. Narcissists feel sorry for or relate to no one but themselves. As for you, as for your suffering, they don't care. Exhausted, they don't care. Pregnant, they don't care. Sick, they don't care. Crying, they don't give a fuck about you. Ever. Ever. Okay? Enabler, entitlement, exploitation. We already know this. Okay, flying monkey. I use that a lot. It's not literal. I'm not calling people monkeys. All right. Flying monkeys are people who have been manipulated by the abusive narcissist, but who join their team and take sides with them for countless reasons, i.e., Marsh, i.e., Sky, i.e., all the yes men that are around her. Yeah. That's what they do. Gaslighting, grandiose. Okay, gray rock is the method that you have to use in order to win over a narcissist. Okay, and we're going to stop here. There's much more, but you guys can definitely go to this. It's called, the website is called She Counseling. So if you guys want to look up the rest, you guys can. I just wanted to look up a few. Let us stop with gray rock because this is the most important part of getting away and separating yourself and protecting yourself and keeping your sanity. Because if you're with a violent narcissist, a physical narcissist rather, it's really bleak. It really is. Okay, it's bleak. I wasn't with a physical narcissist. I forgot which one I'm with. There's 5 types. We'll get into that in another live, but if you get my book, the 5 types of narcissists are in there, okay? But I don't want to misquote it, so I don't know. But let's get into the gray rock method, okay? Or technique, all right? The gray rock is a technique you want to use if you are being abused by a narcissist. Essentially, gray rocking is a de-escalation strategy you can use to help slow or stop the abuse at any particular moment. It involves being unresponsive or passive in your interactions with the narcissist. It could be shrugging, nodding, avoiding the use of eye contact, or even using silence to stop the narcissistic raging, also known as the extinction effect. All right. So you guys look into that. There's a little bit more into it than right here. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Holla if you hear me. Let me know if I'm on the right track, babes. Let me know if I'm on the right track, babes. Because the biggest mistake that you can make, and the biggest mistake that Blueface made, is to ignore the red flags. And by the way, my book is called Red Flags Don't Wave. I forgot to tell y'all that. My book is called Red Flags Don't Wave. And one of the biggest mistakes you can make is to ignore the red flags. They don't wave, bish. They're not gonna fly out in front of you and wave, hey, excuse me. No. No. Okay? Trust your instinct. Trust your gut. Vet who you date. I don't care if you got to spend $19.99, $29.99, or whatever it costs to look up somebody. Vet who you date. Don't ignore the red flags. Pay attention to your gut instinct. Okay? According to me, that's the Holy Spirit. When you feel that gut instinct, that's the Holy Spirit. That's what the Holy Spirit is here for. It's here to guide you. It's to pick up where you left off. When you don't have the right words to say something or pray or do something, the Holy Spirit steps in. That gut instinct. Okay? Follow your first mind. And I know it's hard. I know it's fun to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, won't you come over and smoke a blunt? We'll just chill. I know. We'll grab a pizza. You know what I'm saying? What you want? You want to get a crab boil? I know. I know he's cute. I know he smells good. I know he has dick for days. I get it. But girl, the consequences that come later, you're going to wish that you never got involved with that person. Okay. And it goes for men or women too. Okay. Just in case, y'all. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying. And we are about to get out of here. You said everyone around her was covering for her. Yeah. Definitely. She has 7 altogether. What does that mean? Who? She is crazy believing someone when they show you the first time. I'm telling you. But you know what? Hardheads always got to see it to believe it. You know, have you ever told somebody something? They be like, man, you went through it, man. Just my life, man. You know, just let me live my life, man. I want to be able to experience it, but I want to be able to. Okay. That'd be the first one crying on your doorstep. First one ringing, tapping you on your phone. Like, and you already know me, I'm a Gemini. I'm be sitting there just like this with my hands on my hip, and I'm gonna let my backbone slip, and my facial expression, I ain't gonna say nothing. But when you look in my eyes, I'm gonna be like, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you, Slowy? No. Let me hear it. But what did I tell you? I'm gonna be here for you. We gonna chop it up. I'm gonna pour some wine, but let me hear it, ho. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You know? What's up, Garrett? You say she knew she already messed that baby up. She didn't think he was going to make it purposely. Yeah. I think so too. You think so? You think so, y'all? You think she was trying to, when she was doing all, you don't think it was just because she was just addicted and she couldn't stop? You think she was purposely doing that? Dang. Garrett says, at least you're righting your wrong, doll. Yeah. Yes. Yes, y'all. Sometimes people can learn. I just hope that people will learn by my mistake and I'm convincing enough, you know, and that I get through to people where they don't have to go through it. And that's what I'm hoping for. because there's no such thing as better days when you get caught up in that. It doesn't even have to be a narcissist. It could just be a toxic person or someone who doesn't mean you well. There's a lot of people that walk around with hate in their heart. They'll act like they love you, sleep with you, do all kind of shit with you, and be secretly sitting there hating you. Okay, I played a video yesterday of Dre saying that Krishan absolutely hated Blueface. Okay. Yeah, y'all. So that's all I got for y'all today. You said that baby could be either, for real. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, and this is the reason why I feel like Blueface is not there for Krishan Jr. I don't believe he will be benevolent. Benevolent enough. Okay, I don't believe that he'll be thoughtful and heartfelt enough to extend himself. And he has his own family. He got his own stuff to take care of. He has 2 real kids. You know what I'm saying? That he has to deal with. And I'm pretty sure he's happy that he only has 1 baby mama, because that's the way he really wanted it. And he's careful now. It won't be nobody else popping up. Okay, Bonnie, girl, please. Bonnie, girl, please. There won't be nobody else popping up. If he can help it, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, he's a man, things happen. But I'm pretty sure that he was happy because he said it before. I only got 1 baby mama. He prides himself on that. He prides himself on that. Do you guys believe that Krishan used Junior as a weapon? Now, I think I know the question to that, right? And drop a green heart in the chat if you think Blueface knew all along. Real talk. If you knew that a baby wasn't yours, would you still show up? Show up for that baby? Not only at the birth, but would you show up? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You guys let me know. Because I'm like, what? And I don't think that Blueface skipped the birth because he didn't care. I think he skipped the birth because he was trying to prove something. That wasn't his baby. Okay? She the one said, fuck Blueface, I had to find a new bae. Right? She used to fuck with Blue, then she fucked with ones, only fuck with white boys that be toting guns. And she got with Mr. Take Your Bitch. Take you on a trip, fly you to New York, saw my name all on your tits. You know, that was the ultimate diss. And Blueface knew the truth. He knew the truth. Now, like I said, this is what I think went down. Behind the scenes, Blueface and Ronnie were still talking. Yeah, talking, coordinating, comparing notes, maybe even catching each other up on all the chaos. And guess who found out? Krishan. I believe that she found out. The minute she got wind of that connection, she went full scorched earth, okay? Dragging everyone and everything in sight, weaponizing Junior as an emotional ammo against both of them. Because when Krishan feels betrayed, when she feels like her back is against the wall, she doesn't get mad. She goes nuclear. And Blueface could not control her. He couldn't control her, nor could he reason with her. He couldn't even calm her down because truthfully, she was uncontrollable. Now, let's be clear. Like I said, Blueface is no saint. But one thing about him is he moves by pattern. And his pattern says everything we needed to know. You don't just skip out on your damn child's birth unless deep in your gut tells you that that's not my kid. Because remember, there wasn't even a DNA test. I mean, there was the Zeus, but I'm talking about his personal DNA test. He had nothing to go by. But what did he say? Her body language and his gut instinct. Bam. So yeah, I think he knew, whether it was through her behavior, her body language, or maybe even that his instinct. And remember, he did, after, the baby was born a couple months later or whatever, he did claim that he took a secret DNA test. And something in him confirmed it. I think that just put the cherry on top. And once he knew, he checked out emotionally. That's why he wasn't there. That's why he was in Miami living his best life, unbothered. Well, I think he was bothered. He was trying to act unbothered. Who cannot be unbothered by what just happened to you, bro? And I think that's why, while she was in labor, he was in Miami pretending to be unbothered. That's why he had that "it is what it is" energy the whole time, because to him, that was not his seed. Now think about it, you guys. What man truly believing that a child is his would sit back and watch the mother smoke and drink and spiral during pregnancy? No real father would. No real father would. But a man who already knew the truth, he'd do exactly what Blueface did. And I know it sounds cold, but I'm just telling you. Detach, deflect, and distance himself. And that's exactly what he did. And honestly, the trust was already gone. You guys heard what Dre had to say. The trust was gone from the get-go. It was gone. Because by that point, Blueface had realized Krishan wasn't just messy, she was a master manipulator. A master manipulator. And that's what he called her. A master manipulator.
Is a fucking genius. I'm not gonna take that from her. I'm gonna tell you why she's a genius. Because she knows how to manipulate. So she manipulated me to thinking that she was all about me because she was out of desperation, right? So that's why when she got into a position, she kind of tried to discredit everything I did, right? Granted, all right? Because I was confused. I'm like, damn, you used to say so much great things about me. Now I'm responsible for everything but your success. I'm responsible for verbal abuse, financial abuse, this, that. But when it comes to your success, I have nothing to do with it. Okay, that's strange. But the pregnancy is what really made me realize, because I have 2 kids. I've been into labor rooms. When someone is in labor, it's cool. It's out of the blue. No female is planning to go in labor, right? I have 2 kids. I know this. You can't tell me otherwise. Krishan planned her labor. She didn't coincidentally go to Baltimore and her water broke and she just went somewhere and had the baby. You know how I know this? Because certain hospitals don't let you film because of their own rules and, whatever they got going on. Krishan went to a place prior when she was on Baddies in Baltimore. She found a place prior that she could record this birth at. So, stay with me. It's all attention based. Krishan has done everything up to this far for attention. She's manipulating all of us. And the only reason I'm now waking up and realizing it because I have kids, so I know how this situation goes. So now that 2 and 2 aren't going together, it makes sense, right? Krishan flew to Baltimore with a hospital that she already knew she could film at. She flew there medically induced. She let us know before the baby was coming that it was coming. 4 weeks before the due date. right? So if your due date is September 23rd, why are you letting us know that the baby's coming a week before September? You letting us know in August. How do you know that? This is your first child. You're inexperienced. Okay, I get it. See it. She knows that it's gonna be a big deal. For example, why do you think before Krishan goes live and she cries and says that I'm a terrible guy, her makeup's done, her jewelry's on, her nails are done, everything is pre-planned? That's the genius part about it. Her fame, her claim to fame is sympathy. And who's gonna deny that? If it's evident, if it's in your face, right? That's the manipulation. So now I'm like, damn, I didn't let this bitch get me. Man, I'm disappointed in myself. I take that thing.
XYZ. She's telling us the truth.
I have kids already. It's not gonna change anything for me. I'm gonna do like we're gonna do the same thing. You know, it's gonna be detrimental to her. That's why I'm saying we can all agree that a first child for a woman is detrimental to their life. It slows their whole movement, their whole algorithm, their whole. This is 18 years.
All right, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I want to thank everybody in the chat for giving their point of view and their perspective and adding to this conversation, because that's what it is. We come and have a conversation, y'all. Everything we say, we don't know if it's true or not. We are just putting the pieces of the puzzle together and really regurgitating the receipts that are already out there, y'all. You can't be mad at us if we're showing you the receipts and where we're getting this information. All right. And I want you guys to remember, somebody mentioned in the chat that Dre warned Blueface to claim Junior no matter what. And I feel at the end of the day that this is another reason why Blueface continues to leave us hanging on a thread. Like, oh, you know, remember the last thing he did was have her to move back into the home, right? And he was on the phone and said, I want you to just chill, you know what I'm saying? Take time out so that our son can be walking before his second birthday. And I think that was the strings of his heart being plucked. I think he was just trying to play into her delusion that he is the father so that she would get the help for that baby. But her already knowing the truth of what happened when we just saw this clip right here, she already knows that he knows. And that's the reason why she wasn't willing to sit down for 40K. Not even knowing that if she was going to get the 40K or not. I don't know. You know? And I think that is one of the reasons why he's playing this thing, right? And he doesn't want to let that go quite yet. And I think he has something planned where he's going to come out with something. That's why I say he's got something up his sleeve where he's going to come out and just do some major shit, like release it, you know what I'm saying? Or show it on air, or I don't know. I don't even think he has to, but I think he's going to clear the air for us and satisfy us, because this clip here lets us know that they both knew when they found out the date of conception. Blueface already knew that he wasn't the father. And I think I've proven that. I think we have proven that today. Together. We got to stick together, okay? He said if we don't have his money by 10 p.m., he going to come bust a cap in both our asses. Okay? Smokey and Craig. We got to stick together. I'm just saying. Let me go ahead and play that clip for y'all because this is what Dre had to say, y'all. Listen.
To my brother. To my brother. This the last time we gonna have any type of interaction, right? Whether that's your baby or not, nigga, you better say that's your baby, nigga. Or they, like I said, they will hurt you, nigga. To my brother, this the last time we gonna have any type of interaction, right? Whether that's your baby or not, nigga, you better say that's your baby, nigga. Or they, like I said, they will hurt you, nigga.
Yeah. You said who was they? They is the people that he claimed was after him when he got arrested, when he assaulted his baby mama, and what he's currently in jail for now. And they found him competent to stand trial. And when he did go, what it was in October 20th or something like that, or earlier this month, when he went, he was in paper clothing because he was on suicide watch. So that just gives you an indication. And when he was pulled over by the police, because when he attacked his baby mama, remember, he had said that she was with a minor, and I mean a minor. I don't know if it was delusional or not, but there was abuse going on. There was a domestic violence abuse going on over there as well. And Dre is mentally ill. He has some type of mental illness. I don't know what it is, but he was on suicide watch. Okay. But they found him competent to stand trial as well. So he will have to stand trial for those assault charges and what he did to his baby mama. Now, when the police pulled him over and finally caught him, he told the police that he ran because they were after him. The Illuminati was after him because he was Blueface's brother. Yeah. So I don't know if it was delusion or he had a reason to believe that. We know that it's possible. But I'm up in the air on that because clearly something's wrong with Dre. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that's all I have. I will be back with another live video. I want to thank everybody, all my members, supporters, anybody that stopped in to Blonay Got Tea. And if you are part of the Blonay Society, I appreciate y'all. We are on the road to 10K. Y'all see us growing. Y'all see the numbers. Get us into the analytics. Once we get up into that algorithm, we are going to take off, y'all. Okay? And we're doing it each and every day, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys. And like I said, we may not break the news, but we sure can talk about it. I will see you guys on the next live video. Until next time, America.
Sean Jr. I mean, you said that. I know at one point you said she was a bad mom. Do you feel that way still?
You feel me? I said what I said. I can't take back what I said. But you feel me? This is daddy. You need to go get him. And, I wish the best for the baby. You feel me? He's not with a baby, a toddler. I wish the best for the kid. You feel me? I like him my damn self. He was, you feel me? He a nice little boy. You feel me? I love him myself. But you just need the right support and love. You feel me? I got kids. I got an autistic son myself. You feel me? So I understand. So it's just like, you just need the right love. But it ain't,
Okay, you said so the baby should go back to Blueface, is what you're saying, maybe, or something?
Tell the mom get her mind right. She just needs the right love and support around her. So tell Krishan, mind is straight. In my opinion, if it was my baby mama, I'll get my baby.
Thanks for watching. Shout out to my VIPs, and I'll see you on the next video.